Dane's got room to run. First and goal to go for Emery. Creek with the grab all the way down to the 25-yard line. Stilson looking, wants the end zone. Olsen, corner, drags the foot, touchdown Emery.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
This is Sparta!
Emery Spartan football is powered by Castle Country Radio. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Jordan Buscarini and Travis Anderson in the Sutherland's broadcast booth for tonight's game.
AM. Jordan Buscarini alongside Travis Anderson as we are getting set for the home opener at last. It seems like it's been forever since Emery got a home game, but Travis, after 2 on the road and a bye week, finally at home tonight to take on the Judge Memorial Bulldogs.
Great to be back here at our favorite facility, Emery High School, for the Spartans against Judge Memorial, and a game which the Emery Spartans need. They need to get off the mat sitting at 0-2.
No question, and it's been a very difficult start to this season based off competition and also final scores. We knew going into the season that going toe-to-toe against Kanab, who was the 1A runner-up a year ago, and also the 2-time defending 1A state champion Beavers would be no easy task. That proved to be factual. Emery drops the first game to Kanab. Plenty of positives in that game. Get the bye week, go on the road, led 7-6 a week ago against Beaver in the second quarter, but could not maintain and fall 49-7.
I think early on in the season for Emery, it's just the little mistakes that they keep on making. A couple mistakes in the first game were the turnovers, not scoring inside the red zone, and then you flip it. I think last week in a game, there's a couple assignments they missed, especially on the kickoff, which allowed the return after you take the lead. Then again, inside the red zone, having those issues where they're not scoring points. They've shown that they can move the football, but now you have to finish plays, and we'll see that tonight. If they have, had a good week of practice, they've learned some lessons, and they start punching in from inside the 5.
I think one of the biggest frustrations throughout this season, it's been relatively simple. It's not just getting into the red zone, it's the lower red zone, and we continue to make mention of that, the lower red zone from the 10-yard line in, right? Typically, it's teams struggling to move the ball. They can move the ball in between the 30s, shortens up the field a little bit. For Emery, it's been, okay, we get to the red zone, can we finish off a drive? And going from the 10 to the goal line has been difficult.
Yeah, at this level, you've got to score points, especially when you're inside the 10, like you said. And multiple times so far, early on in these first 2 games, they've shown that they can march right down the field. It's now about executing, getting points, and then coming back and then getting teams off the field 3 and out, and then getting the football back and trying to build yourself a double-digit lead and work from that point.
I know it's going to look a little bit different tonight for the Spartans as far as the starting quarterback is concerned. We're going to see number 11, the junior Trig Jensen, in his first career start. We have seen Trig throughout the year as a dynamic player on the outside. In the offseason, Coach Famalo and company had 2 quarterbacks to choose from. They want both AJ and Trig out there on the field, and tonight Trig's going to have an opportunity to showcase what he can do underneath center.
Yeah, Trig's got a strong arm. He's going to stay in the pocket, and he's going to move the ball down the field. And what they're trying to do with Trig is because I think he has the better arm than AJ. I think AJ's better moving mobile that way with his legs, but Trig has a strong arm. They're going to try to take chances down the field now, one-on-one to the outside, see if they can't bust something loose.
Should definitely be interesting to see. Again, the first career start for Trig Jensen. Now let's talk about the opponent tonight in the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. It's a team that has also struggled heavily to start this season. They, too, are looking for their first win, and while they have not had many positives, specifically on the offensive side of the ball, in 3 games they have scored just 6 points.
Yeah, offensively it's been a struggle. Defensively it's been a struggle as well. A lot of players out tonight, a small roster. So for Emery, this is one that you have to take advantage of as a team that is really struggling to move the ball between the numbers, down the field, and defensively can't get stops.
One of the things that we did talk about with Coach Famalo earlier in the week is don't let the 0 in front of the record fool you, okay? And I think that that's kind of been the MO for Emery throughout this season. What I mean by that is you look at the likes of Kanab, Beaver, okay, well, they're 1A schools. for some reason people think because you're a 1A school that you're not talented, and that that could not be that's the furthest thing from the truth, right? It couldn't be any more untrue. I think when you look at Judge Memorial, even though they have struggled so far, the one thing that Coach Famalo pointed out is they have athletes, and we know whatever sport it is, you're going to see athletes on Judge Memorial side, and I don't think that's any different today. There's a difference between a football player and an athlete, and I think tonight we see plenty of athletes.
They've got athletes, and they're going to try to get the ball in those athletes' hands to make them make plays down the field. So Emery's got to get the ball out of those athletes' hands and make this team one-dimensional.
I think you'll also notice that this is a gauge game because Judge Memorial did open up the season against the Union Cougars back on August 15th. Union picked up a 49-0 win in that game. Where are we sitting at today? Well, next week we get to see Union, right? So it's a pretty familiar opponent, a gauge game as we call it early on in the season. It is the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. We are off and rolling about 25 minutes away from kickoff. Again, Emery at home, finally, the first week of September, and we get a home game at the best facility in the 2A classification. Plenty more coming up, including our interview with Coach John Famalo as we get set for Emery High School football.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
You're looking for somewhere you could be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The Spartans play here.
This is Jaden Atwood, number 15. Miles Warrenson, number 52.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back in. It's the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. When it's here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Jordan Buscarini, Travis Anderson. The Emery Spartans have just taken the field as we are getting set again about 19 minutes away from kickoff. Perfect opportunity for you to hear from our coach, John Famalo. He joins us every Wednesday on KOAL's Drive Time Sports. Always a great conversation. We get to talk about last week's game. We prep for tonight's game, and we had a great conversation earlier this week. In fact, we'll play that interview now. Coach, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Hey, appreciate you having me on, Jordan.
Definitely, Coach. I know it's a tough outing this past Friday. It's a good team in Beaver, a great environment for high school football. For those who have never been to Beaver, it's 1A football done right. And really, Coach, this was one of those games. It was there for the taking. I mean, midway through the second quarter, it's 7-6 Emery, but it seemed like a special teams play just really changed the momentum and changed the course of the direction the game was going.
Yeah, that's honestly where it was at. I felt pretty good about where we were at. We took the lead 7-6, kicked the ball off to them, and you get a kick return, and the momentum changed pretty quick. And so, I'm kind of glad you mentioned the environment over there. They really do a good job. They've got, trucks lined up, vehicles all around the field, and those are reserved spots for people who bought those. And, it's a fun environment to play in. And, they're celebrating 100 years of football over there, and, they're doing it right, and they did a good job. So.
Yeah, it was to try to put this in perspective, and I tried to get this across during the broadcast over the air that it was so loud. It was really a raucous environment. And when Emery takes the lead midway through the second quarter, we fire that pass across the middle. Conover takes it in. Jaden kicks that PAT at 7-6. That place was silent. I mean, that right there was a huge play, and it was like they responded. 13 seconds later, they had the lead again, and the place was louder than it had been all night. I mean, it was a really weird shift in emotions over the course of about 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that's football. I mean, the momentum can shift pretty quick, and again, we had it for, like you said, 13 seconds, and it changed right back, and it was we didn't need it, and they did a good job of trying to get it back, and they got it. So.
I know we were talking about this at the station yesterday, Coach. It's special teams touchdowns and what they can do for a team. And I would love to do a case study on this and look at all three levels, high school, college to the NFL. But when you take a look at a special teams touchdown, it shows up as 6 points or 7 points on the scoreboard, but it means a whole of a lot more than that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a one big play. It's an explosive play is what we count it as. And, you have some kids that don't get to play a lot maybe in there, and so you don't expend a ton. And so that's what's nice about it is that you don't have to grind it out offensively, and so it's a big deal. So I think those and turnovers to touchdowns, those are probably some of the two momentum swingers that in football to me.
One of the things that we've struggled with as a team so far this year, Coach, it's red zone, but it seems it's more like lower red zone, right? So 20-yard line, I mean, I think that over the first two games of the season, it's a team that's been able to move the ball effectively in between the 20s. But once getting into the red zone, it seems like inside the 10-yard line, there's been a big struggle, and that was kind of the case again against Beaver. A couple of touchdowns left on the board by not being able to finish drives in the lower half of the red zone.
Yeah, we've struggled in the red zone. We've talked to our kids about it. We're just trying to figure it out, honestly, to see what – I mean, it does. You got less field to defend, and defenses stiffen up. But we just had a hard time trying to find that player or whoever that individual is to be able to just punch it in. And so It's something we're working on as coaching staff and talking to the kids about to see what we can do to shore that up and trying to find our best plays to be able to get it done down there in the red zone. And so something we got to certainly try to fix because it's a glaring thing that's happening right now.
I know in years past, the last couple of years, 3 years or so, it's been a little bit different because you had the explosive plays, right? I mean, you could score pretty consistently outside of the red zone, and I know that personnel changes a little bit, right? Games plan change a little bit, and this is a team that maybe has to be built a little bit more for scoring inside the 10-yard line. I mean, is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, for sure. Like you say, we haven't found that explosive player to make big plays for us, and so it's one of those. We've got to grind it out, and when you get down in that red zone, you got to figure out, how to score. And so for sure, those are, the type of team or MO that we need to take on is to grind it out and then learn to finish it. Because I think we're pretty good between the 20s. Just get to that red zone, and the defense stiffens up. We got to be more intentional on what we're trying to do and have the kids be a little bit more intentional and trying to finish off those drives.
I think it's too vague to say, well, the defense gave up 42 points if we get rid of that touchdown kick, Coach, because there's so many other things that can kind of correlate to what the defense is doing out there on the field, where the opponent is taking over. I mean, if it's a quick 3 and out, there's so many different nuances. So when you take a look at the way the defense played as a whole, right? Were you happy with some of the things that you saw? Were there things that you can build off of? Or do you look at this last Friday game and say, we gave up 42 points. It wasn't good enough. How do you look at that?
Certainly I didn't feel like we should have gave up 42 points. One thing I felt like we did well was kind of protect between the tackles, and that's one thing they do really well. And so we kind of took that away, but they took advantage of that on the outsides and some of those slips with those passes. We just weren't watching our keys as we should have and moving to the spots that we needed. And so that was the disappointing part was, I thought we had kids in right places. They just weren't watching the right things and ended up getting caught. And so they ended up getting, at least 4 explosive plays, just kind of long plays that those are tough to overcome. But defensively, I felt good between the interior, which they really run that buck sweep off that edge pretty good. And I thought we really stymied that. But they ran that option and then just had some slip passes that went through us that, we just missed our assignments. And it's stuff that we can fix. And looking, at our opponents and the types of teams we'll play, I mean, South Severe runs that. Delta's more of an inverted, wing bone or, wishbone, but they're run-heavy teams. And so I feel good about where we were defensively with that run. Just some things we got to shore up assignment-wise for sure.
And we'll talk about the offense for a moment. When we look at the yardage, biggest thing of the day was really A.J. using his feet. And I'm sure he probably took a few more hits than what you would like to see as a head coach with a quarterback. I mean, he took a couple of pretty brutal hits down the middle of the field, but it seemed like that was the most consistent aspect of the offense, A.J. using his feet to pick up yardage.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those. He extended plays, and he made plays with his feet, and he did a good job that way. I mean, kid has a lot of heart, and he put it all out there and, made the most of some things. And maybe could have got the ball out of his hands a few times, but for the most part, I mean, anytime he's got a little bit open field, he's done a phenomenal job getting positive yards and doing a good job that way for us.
Again, our guest right now is Coach John Famalo with the Emery Spartan football team. Coach, let's jump ahead to this Friday. Finally, we get a home game. It seems like we've been on the road forever. I know it's only been 2 games in the bye week, but most people have already played 2 games at home. We're finally getting one here at the beginning of September.
Yeah, I mean, it has seemed like a while since we played at home, and I think it's good timing for us. 0-2 and trying to figure things out and licking our wounds a little bit and recovering, and there's no better place to recover than home. And so, hopefully we get a little bit of that medicine and, get our kids to get excited about football again and playing an opponent on our field and getting some advantages that way.
We'll talk about Judge Memorial. They've struggled out of the gate so far. They've been outscored. It's close to like 150-6 or something. I mean, they've been beaten up in their first 3 games, but they've had 3 difficult games. I mean, they start off the season with Union. That's a team that we get to see in 2 weeks. They went toe-to-toe with Ogden, and then they had to square off with Juan Diego. So it's been a pretty tough road for these guys right out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, I equate them to kind of the same boat that we're in. they played some tough opponents early, and then we're both looking at each other at O's and, whatever, 0-2, 0-3, thinking, hey, this is the time to get on the positive side. So, looking at them, they've got some size, and, I've seen some really good things out of them. They have some pretty good athletes. And so for us to overlook them and think, okay, hey, we got them at home, and they're 0-3, and, I think that's probably a big mistake that our kids would take if they took that approach, because any opponent is dangerous, especially with your back against the wall at 0-3 and 0-2, and I feel like that's what we got to play like. Like, we got nothing to lose, and we got to get ourselves on the positive side of the winning bracket.
Yeah, I think you said something a moment ago that kind of caught my attention. That's athlete, right? Anytime you play Judge Memorial, even if they're not football players, you're going to see athletes. I think that's kind of been the one thing that I've noticed over the last 5 or so years with this team.
Yeah, probably the biggest thing with Judge is, they don't have a ton of depth, but the kids they have out there, they're really good athletes, and they've got some size, and like I say, it just takes a little bit of momentum and energy to turn that into something that could be really dangerous. And so it's one of those, we gotta do our part to stymie that and wear them down and get them tired, and take advantage of them that way.
Coach, I know that this is a program that has been so accustomed to winning over the last 3 years that I think an 0-2 start, it doesn't feel good, right? Especially when you're a group of kids that have seen those in front of you really have a lot of success. But again, to go back to what we were talking about, Judge Memorial's 0-3, Emery's 0-2. It has been a top quality schedule up to this point in time. Are the kids aware of that, or is that something that they just simply don't want to hear and don't care about?
I think they're aware of it. As a coaching staff, I don't want to hear it. My intent is to win every single game, and if you want to be in any type of conversation in football, you got to play those good teams, and you got to beat them. And so, that's my intent going into it. It wasn't to try to go in there and play really good against these really good teams. It was to try to build, some tenacity, some tenacious, to be able to put ourselves in that conversation of, hey, Emery's, going to be there. And, we haven't done that. And so, right now at 0-2, we can say we lost to really good teams, but it's still zero wins. And so, and the way we lost too, the scores, those don't feel good. If it's a 21-14 game, maybe it's a different conversation. But right now, there's a lot of things we got to get fixed and figured out, and our kids know that, our coaches know that, and we're doing everything we can to kind of keep the ball rolling in a positive way. And like I say, a home game, hopefully we'll do that.
Yeah, I guess the biggest difference, right, when we talk sports, basketball, football, we only get 10 days a year, right? This year, 9 days a year in the regular season. Basketball, you drop a game, it's we can bounce back tomorrow. Football, that eats at you for a whole week.
Yeah, no, you play once a week, a loss for sure. I'm not my favorite. I'm not my wife's favorite person on the weekend when we lose. So. And I'm hoping it's for these kids. They're feeling it a little bit and don't like the taste of it, that they want to, get back at it and, right some things that they didn't, do, like they perform like they're supposed to, and how they're capable of, and I think that's probably the key that I'm trying to get out of these guys. Okay, hey, let's learn from these mistakes and let's move forward, but have a play with a chip on your shoulder. You guys have a lot to prove. There's a lot of things you can do to control that, and that's what I'm trying to get these kids to understand.
Coach, it's always so much fun to get you on and talk about the team. I do appreciate the time. Can't wait to be back at home this Friday, and we'll see you at the game.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jordan. Thank you very much.
Again, that's Coach John Famalo earlier this week as we talked about tonight's game. Emery getting set to take on the Judge Memorial Bulldogs in a game that is highly important for both of these teams. We'll bring back in Travis Anderson as we continue to talk a little bit closer to game time here. Travis, about 5.5 minutes before we get to kickoff. And again, Coach Famalo talking about some of the things that they have done right. Said he does not want to hear about how difficult the schedule was. They expect to win every single game. And at times, they were competing with some of the best in the 1A classification. I think that would be the one positive.
Yeah, they can compete. They've shown that. They've shown that they can move the football on those two teams as well. So it's all about just limiting the mental mistakes of the turnovers, the pre-snap penalties, holding calls, all those sort of things. You just got to clean that stuff up. If you do that, you should be fine.
Also, good news for Emery tonight. We will see the return of number 13, Gideon Meekum. Giddy, of course, the starting middle linebacker, did get a little run on the offensive side of the ball. And last week we were without Bo Stilson, and he will get some run as well tonight. So Emery getting a little bit healthier by the day. Unfortunately, we will be without Blake Citrid, so that's a powerful force in the trenches. Emery will have to maneuver some players around. I know that we did see some Tyson Tennant last week. Tyson just a junior, but he did some good work as well.
He really did. He came in, did some nice things, played well. So tonight it's his job to step up, and he's going to have a bigger role tonight, and he's going to come through.
And if we are talking about the return of some players that we have had injured over the last couple of weeks, welcome back, big Logan Huntington out of the left tackle spot. Great to get Logan back, and I'm sure Trig Jensen is thrilled with the idea that he's got big number 54 protecting his blind side.
Yeah, for Emery, they've been banged up just a little bit early on. Now they're getting healthy, so that's a good job on his part to get back, get healthy, and protect that left side.
Not only is he going to make an impact on the offensive side of the ball, but we'll also see Logan as the defensive end as well. And so he will impact both sides of the ball. I mean, these are some big returners. As you can get a look at Logan right now as we get set to send the captains out for the coin flip tonight. The captains for Emery, Tice Larson, a.k.a. Big Dinner, as they like to call him. He's got Logan Huntington with him, Jaden Atwood, and Gideon Meekum. Those are the seniors for the Spartans as they get set to go out to the 50-yard line for the coin flip. We do have more coming up. In fact, when we return, we'll get you set for kickoff. Emery at home for the first time this year, taking on the Judge Memorial Bulldogs when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in Eastern Utah.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
The Spartans play here.
Hudson Grange, number 10, receiver.
Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back in as we get set for kickoff. Emery and Judge Memorial in the home opener. Now, Judge won the coin flip. They deferred to the second half, so Emery will get a chance, Travis, to set the tone early on in this game. And I don't think that's a bad thing, right? We don't have to wait too long to see Trig Jensen get after it.
No, I think it's a good thing for the offense to get the football first, come out there, and establish something early on. What you want to do on this drive is march right down the field, quick, get points, and put Judge in a hole.
Now, as far as the Emery offense, what are some of the things that you were looking for right out of the gate here?
I think it's simple. Just not doing the silly things of the penalties, the holding, the false starts. You got to move the football. You got to go down and score. I'm curious to see how well they are inside the red zone tonight. It's been a struggle early on.
Back to return deep for Emery, number 5, Jacob Morris. Easy to point out as he's got the pink gloves. Emery's going to be moving right to left of the radio dial. Judge Memorial comes out with the red helmets, white jerseys, and the red bottoms. Emery all black. The helmets, the jerseys, the pants, looking sharp in the first home game of the season. And we are just about underway here at Emery High School. The running boot for the Bulldogs. It's an end-over-end kick, and Morris will have it returnable at the 7-yard line, out to the 10, goes to the right sideline, now to the 20. Room to run for Jacob Morris down the sideline. He's tripped up at the 40, still on his feet, and steps out of bounds just at the 40-yard line, but still great field position for the Emery Spartans on a 33-yard return for Jacob Morris to get things rolling.
That special teams comes through. Great blocking up front, and he was one step from breaking that loose. But great field position to start the game right at the 40-yard line for Emery.
Tonight, the officials, the referee, Daniel Hughley, along with Greg Parsons. We'll see Jim Swenson, Jimmy Parker, and Jordan Blank. Those are the officials for tonight's game. It is the most thankless job in America, hands down. Emery out of the shotgun set. Trig Jensen calls for a man in motion. It's Logan Lester moving left to right. Trig's going to throw, goes across the field and has a completed pass to Garrett Conover, and Conover will pick up a strong 4 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
That took a pop, stayed clean in the pocket, and a strong throw to pick up positive yards on first down.
Sets up 2nd down and 6. So you see the pocket presence from young Trig Jensen, just a junior, making his first start 3 games into the season. 2 games into the season, on game number 3, we should say. 1 man in the backfield for Trig. Takes the snap, play action, quick throw, overshoots the intended receiver. That was A.J. Thomas, who will be coming out of the slot on his first target of the ball game. Just kind of seeing what Emery has in store. What A.J. can do. We know what he can do at the quarterback spot. Now we'll see what he can do at the wide receiver position. And that sets up 3rd down and 6. 2 plays, 2 passes for Trig. He's 1 for 2 for 4 yards.
That last throw just didn't have the feet set.
2 wideouts off of the left side. The snap, handoff, 4-down territory perhaps. Not going to matter. Handoff all the way to the 50-yard line. Now on to Judge's side of the field. And Conover will take it to the 45, and that'll move the sticks for the Spartans on a nice run of Yeah, we'll give him 11 yards on the first carry of the game for Conover.
Offensive line pushes the defensive line back, springs a hole, and he runs right through it and picks up 10, 11 yards for the first down.
Ball now on Judge's side of the field. First down and 10. Hard snap count, and Emery's going to get a free 5 yards, and that is the first penalty of the game. Pre-snap against Judge, and Emery is in business now with the ball at the 40-yard line.
That Thomas lap of Judge is the guilty party coming across early.
So first down and 5. Emery right now with Conover. That's Traxton Conover in the backfield. He lines up right side of Trigg. Trips right, man-to-man for Logan Lester. Back to pass. Trigg rolls out, tripped up, keeps his footing to the 40, 30. He's inside the 25-yard line to the 24 on a nice piece of running. A gain that time of 21 yards for Trigg Jensen, and now you're seeing what type of dual threat he can really be.
Judge does a good job. They get in the backfield. They can't make the tackle, and that's 2, 3, 4 missed tackles, and it allows him to pick up 20 yards for the first down, and Emery marching right inside Judge territory.
First down. Handoff. Conover goes to the right side. Emery with the ball at the 25-yard line, and Conover will pick up a gain of 4, and he gets it to the 21.
Inside Gash picks up positive yards. Right now, Judge having all sorts of problems defensively.
It's 15 yards off 2 carries for Conover. Gideon Meekum is into the ball game. He lines up just off of the tackle off the right side. Shotgun set once again, 2 wideouts to the left. This time a handoff, it's Conover again, goes to the right side, bulldozes his way inside the 15 and all the way down to the 12-yard line on another big pickup there for the Spartans. This time a gain of 9, fresh set of downs coming up. Not quite a goal-to-go situation, but Emery marching with 9:43 to play in the first quarter.
That should be simple. From here on out, just run the football. Judge right now inside cannot make any tackle or any stop on the run.
2 wideouts on each side. Conover in the backfield. Trigg with a hard snap count. We'll get another couple of yards off of a pre-snap penalty. The second against Judge Memorial. To get the party that time is Michael Gibbons, the outside linebacker who just creeped up.
Yeah, Michael Gibbons creeps up from that safety spot trying to come through, and he comes across the line. That's the second time tonight. Emery's got him on a hard count.
So it'll be first down and 5. Still not a goal-to-go situation. Conover, left side of Jensen. Trigg takes the snap. Quick pass. Gets it out to Lester. Caught into the end zone. Touchdown! And it was just like that. Easy does it. A 9-yard pass. Trigg Jensen finds Logan Lester, and Emery takes a 6-0 lead with 9:18 to play in the opening quarter.
Inside slant, catch, nice soft touch, blocking up front, and he walks into the end zone, and Emery makes quick work of that Judge defense. 6-0 at the 9:18 mark of the first quarter.
I'm a big fan of Logan Lester and the way he plays, and that time it was easy as can be, just getting the ball across the goal line untouched on the quick pass. PAT attempt for Atwood, high snap. Trigg goes and gets it. He gets it down, and Atwood puts it down Broadway. 9:18 to play in the first. Emery right now up on top, 7-0. We'll get a first crack defensively when we return.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away.
The Spartans play here.
Hudson Grange, number 10, receiver.
Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
9:18 to play in the first. Emery right now with the advantage. 7-0 over Judge Memorial. Atwood tees it up and will boot this ball away. Emery will kick it right to left off of the radio dial. 2 back to return for the Bulldogs. Atwood gets a lot of leg into it, end over end. Returnable at the 5-yard line. Out now to the 10, to the 15, now to the 20. Trying to get the edge. And there for the takedown is Hunter Leffler. And that's where Judge Memorial will have to start.
Yeah, Hunter gets down there in a quick hurry, and he seals off the edge, and there's no room to maneuver up the field. Good special teams play to pin Judge deep.
That was Ben Beaudry on the return for Judge Memorial. Gets it out to the 18-yard line, and so they will start deep in their own territory. First look at this defense for the Spartans. At times they have played very well. They have made it difficult on the opposing team. And starting off at the end, pay attention to number 52, Miles Mortensen. On the opposite side, we see Tyson Johnson. So there is some size, and then filling up the gaps in the middle for the Spartans as well, you see Tice Larson. I like this defensive front, three-man style for the Spartans. Judge back on their own 18-yard line. First play of scrimmage for the Bulldogs. It's Beaudry. He takes it up the middle, gets it just shy of the 25-yard line to the 23. So Ben Beaudry, to get things rolling, has touched the ball twice. Minimal pickup here for the Bulldogs. Ball is placed at the 23-yard line. Actually, not a bad gain at all. He picks up a good 4 yards to make it 2nd and 6. Trips left side this go-around for the Bulldogs. Snap and a handoff. They're going to try to run in between the tackles. It's not happening. Tyson Johnson able to stick his hands out and wraps up the ball carrier Beaudry for a minimal pickup.
Now you got him 3rd down and long, like you said. Minimal pickup there. Good job to swim inside to make the tackle to not allow any yards, so it's 3rd and 6.
Definitely not the best of spots to be in. If you are Judge Memorial, a team that has struggled to put up points early on in the season, they've been outscored 143-6 in 3 games so far. Shotgun set, 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Beaudry is in the backfield. He'll go from right to left. Lines up as a bodyguard on the opposite side. Emery wants to bring pressure. This, a quarterback keeper, and it goes absolutely nowhere. And Emery about to force a quick 3 and out as the quarterback, Maverick Middleton, unable to get anything brewing.
Took the snap and then tried to dance around to find some wiggle room to go upfield, and he is stopped in his tracks to bring up 4th down.
So a gain of 4 by Beaudry on the very first play, and then the next 2 plays go for gains of nothing. And now a punt. Emery will have 2 back deep to return. And we have stoppage out on the field. I believe Emery's going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Emery.
First time out of the first quarter. Spartans lead 7-0. 7:21 to play in the first. We'll pause for 30 seconds, and we're back right after this.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a 4-legged word.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Back from commercial break. Here's a short punt straight up in the air. This is always dangerous if you are the receiving team. It takes a wild bounce, a big Emery bounce, and it floats all the way to the 38-yard line. So that's a net gain of about 14 yards off of the punt. Emery will get their second possession already in Judge Memorial territory, moving right to left on the dial with the ball placed at the 37-yard line.
Defensively, you get the stop, and then an awful punt, and Emery gets the football in Judge territory, already up 7-0.
Offensively, they looked clean as could be on that very first drive. Really only 1 incompletion. Other than that, it was all positives for the Spartans, with Trig Jensen getting his first start. Trips left side this go-around. Trig takes the snap, back to pass, clean pocket, fires across the middle of the field. It's incomplete. That one was intended for Garrett Conover, and that's a hard-nosed defensive play in the middle of the field by Eric Mickelson, the linebacker, who delivered the pop on Conover. Incomplete pass. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Mickelson stood his ground and read it perfectly, and he pops right as the football is coming in to be caught and springs it free. or an incomplete pass.
2nd down and 10. Emery has had a lot of success running the football. Trips left side. That's Lester, Thomas, and Conover. This time, Trigg is going to keep it himself, and off of the quarterback keeper, a good chunk of change. He gets the ball up to the 32-yard line, already again deep in Judge Memorial territory. That go around, a gain of 6, sets up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, got tripped up just a little bit, got his feet tangled up with the defender. If the feet are not tangled up, he picks up a 1st down and maybe more.
Trigg, 2 carries for 27 yards. He's got 2 completions for 13 through the air. 3rd down and 5. Handoff, this one goes to Conover. Had a delayed run, able to pick his hole. He gets it up to the 31-yard line on a gain of 2. And so Emery faced with 4th and short, and I believe the offense will stay out on the field. Why not?
Yeah, 4th and about, 2 yards, 3 yards to go. This is a simple, you go for it, and I think you can stay on the ground. The way that you're gashing them through the hole, I think you can pick it up on the ground.
Call it 4th down and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Trigg. Takes the snap, quick pass, goes to A.J. Thomas. He's got the 1st down and more. A.J. down the sideline, gets inside the 20-yard line and down to the 18.
Take the snap, turn, and then you just swing over to the sideline, and A.J. does a good job, gets the catch, good blocking out front. 1st down, Emery.
25 yards now for Trigg Jensen. Through the air as he's thrown 5 passes. A.J. Thomas gets his first catch. Good for about a 12-yard pickup. It's 1st and 10. Emery now with the ball at the 19-yard line. Logan Lester will go in motion left to right. He's got 1 touchdown already on the evening. Trigg rolls out to the right, floats it to the end zone to Cray. Leroy caught, touchdown! 13-0 Emery on a 19-yard touchdown pass. Trigg to Cray Leroy.
Just slides over towards the Judge sideline, and on the throw, strong arm goes over the top of 2 white jerseys into the end zone. Touchdown, Emery, 13-0 at the 5:37 mark.
So 2 TDs already for Trigg Jensen. Jaden Atwood will come out to attempt the point after. Trigg to hold. Good snap. The hold is down. Good pressure from Judge, but it doesn't matter. Atwood puts it through. He set the single-season record for point-after touchdowns a year ago, and he's 2 for 2 this evening. Emery 14, Judge nothing. We're back in 30 seconds.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
The Spartans play here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
14-0, Emery with a lead. 5:37 to play in the opening quarter. It has been all Spartans so far. Atwood gets the end over and kick away. And this one I thought was going to be returned by Beaudry. Instead, it's Kiari Lark. And Lark gets it out. Not a bad return to the 27-yard line. Much better field position this go-around for the Bulldogs as Kiari Lark, another youngster, taking it to the outside for the Bulldogs. They do have some athletes. They have some speed on this team.
They got some speed. They've got to figure out a way to get the ball into the hands of those athletes with the speed. But that first drive was very vanilla, not much going.
It was 3 plays before Emery forced the short punt. It took a huge bounce in Emery's favor. Maverick Middleton, he's the quarterback for the Bulldogs. They stack right side. Quick pass opposite end. This will go for positive yards. Biggest play of the game so far for the Bulldogs as they try to work it to the outside to Lark. And that goes for a gain of roughly 5 yards to set up 2nd down and 5.
Hey, you see some of the speed right there. That's just a 2-step drop. You fire, on a quick out, and then he works his way up with the speed to pick up 5 yards.
Yeah, they give him officially 6, so it's 2nd down and 4.
See if Emery can generate some pressure to get in the backfield.
There's a handoff. Beaudry tries to get the outside corner. He's got it. Sneaks inside of Trigg Jensen. Trigg makes a shoestring tackle, but not before Beaudry can get out and pick up the 1st down. It's 1st and 10. Judge's ball now at their own 40-yard line.
The Judge does a good job. They pull out, they get good blocking, and it allows him some running room. Good job by Emery, open field tackle to prevent even more yards, but first down of the game for Judge.
So the two players to keep an eye on for Judge Memorial offensively already, Kiari Lark and Ben Beaudry. They have been the two that have touched the ball the most. On the outside, you also have to pay attention to Abraham Forum. Abe Forum is a speedster as well. They'll stack trips left side. Middleton takes the high snap, goes back to Beaudry, wants the outside corner. He is met after picking up a gain of 2. Gang tackle by the Spartans. Conover was in on the takedown. He got a little bit of help that go around from Tice Larson, and now it's 2nd down and 8 off a gain of 2.
Yeah, Beaudry tries to cut inside, can't, dances outside, and stonewalled right there, pushed out of bounds for officially 3 yards to make it 2nd down and 7 here in the first quarter, already down 14-0. They're trying to get that speed. They're trying to utilize it right now, though Emery's defense just not allowing anything.
They pushed it to the 43-yard line, so Judge trying to get to Emery's side of the field after a quick 3-and-out on their first set. Trips left side. Middleton, quick pass. This one caught. Abraham is gobbled up by Conover almost immediately. So Abe Foreman comes down with a reception, minimal gain. It does put Judge in a manageable 3rd down situation off a gain of 2. So now we're looking at 3rd down and 3.
And that ball hung in the air for an awful long time. Abe had to wait for the ball to come down. He catches it, and then when he catches it, he gets pummeled.
3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Maverick Middleton gets his instructions from the sidelines. A very important drive. He's got Michael Gibbons in the backfield. Middleton, hard snap. Emery not biting. Middleton takes the snap, play action. He's going to keep it himself to the left side. 1st down and more. Middleton's got some wheels, and he's inside the Emery 40. Taken down by Jaden Atwood at the 38-yard line, and that'll move the sticks with 3:17 to play in the first. Judge is in business, using the outside, containing, and picking up good yardage for a 1st down.
That's the best play they've ran all night. Just a direct snap and uses the speed, and he gets through the Emery defense, picks up a 1st down. Now they're on Emery's side of the field at the 38-yard line.
Judge taking their time out of the huddle. 15 on the play clock, 3:17 on the game clock. Clock is stopped as Middleton went out of bounds. Takes the snap, rolled right side. Pocket collapsed almost immediately, and that's a big Emery sack. A.J. Thomas gets in the backfield, and he gets some help from Tice Larson. And that's a negative play for Judge Memorial, a loss of 3 off the sack. It's 2nd and 13.
Yeah, that play had no chance to work. It was blown up, and he's trying to make something happen. He can't. He gets stonewalled. He gets sacked. Loss of 3. Timeout, Judge. 14-0 Emery.
Played quarterback a week ago. Now he's sacking the quarterback. A.J. Thomas with his first sack of the season. Timeout on the field. 2nd and 13 for Judge Memorial. They're on Emery's side of the field when we return.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Out of the timeout, 2:54 to play in the first. 2nd down and 13 for Judge on Emery's 41-yard line. Emery leads 14-0. Middleton, quick pass, wants to work the outside line, and this one is too high as Kiari Lark tried to climb the ladder, and it was just out of his reach. And now we're looking at 3rd and 13 for Judge Memorial. Again, they're at the Emery 41-yard line. Ball is on the near hash mark. And we have seen 3 players really make a difference for young quarterback Maverick Middleton. He's looked for Abe Foreman, he's looked for Ben Beaudry, and Kiari Lark.
Yeah, Maverick Middleton had time to set, and he does. He's just didn't look like he had a strong grip on the football, and that's why it sailed out of bounds. Now a important 3rd and 13.
Maybe 4-down territory for Judge. Middleton under pressure, gets away from one would-be tackler. Mortensen can't come down with the sack, and Middleton with a heads-up play gets out of the pocket and floats it downfield. Incomplete pass. Emery applied pressure immediately. Chaz Sorensen had the first crack at him. He couldn't bring Middleton down, and then it was up to Miles Mortensen, who completed the play before Middleton tossed it out of bounds. 4th and 13 for Judge Memorial.
Avoided 2 defenders. And then all he can do is throw the ball out of bounds, 4th down and 13, and here comes the punting unit for Judge Memorial.
I called it 4-down territory, but they could not net a single yard following that sack, so now they're looking at 4th and 13. Back to punt again, Emery with 2 deep. As Trig Jensen is standing back at the 7-yard line. Here's the end-over-end punt, definitely better than the last one. It bounces at the 20-yard line, takes a Judge Memorial roll, and then rolls back the opposite way to the 22-yard line. So that's where Emery will take over. The Bulldogs managed to flip the field before the punt from Porter Smith.
Well, offensively, Judge did some nice things on that last drive, but they ran out of real estate on a couple plays that got stonewalled. The negative play put them back. They punt. Let's see if they can get a stop. Emery has shown that they have moved the football efficiently, and Judge has no answer early on.
Yeah, so far, the Bulldogs struggling to keep pace with this high-tempo Emery offense under the direction of Trig Jensen at quarterback. 2 wideouts on each side. Again, the score, Emery 14, Judge nothing. 2:33 to play in the first. Quick pass. Emery will work the sideline, and this will go for positive yardage out to the 31-yard line, shy of the first down sticks. But on the opposite side of the field, a quick pass working out to Garrett Conover.
Yeah, the quick out, Conover does a good job, lets his blockers lead, and he picks up 9 yards on that first down play.
They're going to give Emery a first down and say it was a 10-yard pickup. So Conover now 2 catches for 14 yards in the game. And that's a fresh set for the Spartans. It was close. Hard-nosed run by Conover. And now Emery moves the sticks. Ball right now is placed at the 32.
Yeah, picked up 11.
Hand off to Traxton Conover. I take that back. It's the first look out of the backfield for Jaden Atwood. And Jaden is able to get the ball out to the 40-yard line.
Jaden just stays low and picks up 5-6 yards. 8 officially makes it 2nd and 2.
Atwood again, the place kicker, set the single-season record a year ago for point afters. And now he's getting some run out of the backfield after playing wide receiver throughout the first 2 games. Play action this go around, quick out right side. This will go for a first down. It's Conover again, the 3rd reception for Garrett. And he should pick up about 5 yards to move the sticks.
And right now, Judge has got to get off the blocks. They have to pursue downfield and stop the initial contact they can. And it's the yak yards after allowing Emery to pick up first down after first down here in the first quarter with 1:13 and ticking. Emery up 14-0.
I like the addition of going to Atwood in the backfield. He can really complement Garrett Conover. We saw Logan Lester there last week as well. I think you got 3 capable backs for Emery if you throw Atwood in there with Lester and Conover. First down and 10. Jensen out of the shotgun set. Hard snap counted. Another free 5 yards for Emery. That's the 3rd offsides penalty for Judge Memorial pre-snap. William Kiesler will be the guilty party this go-around, and Emery has now 1st and 5 at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Kiesler tap dancing around the line of scrimmage, comes across. The 3rd time tonight, Judge has been caught. 1st and 5 now.
Under a minute to play in the opening quarter. 14-0 Emery with the ball at midfield. Jensen back to pass. Pocket collapses. He throws it deep and overshoots his intended receiver, Bo Stilson. So 2nd down and 5 coming up. Had a short yardage situation after the free 5 on first down. Offensive coordinator Chris Justice says, let's test it deep.
Yeah, I like the play call. I like the idea of trying to take a shot downfield. We haven't seen a lot of that this year so far. It's 1-on-1 to the outside and just ran out of real estate, and the ball goes out of bounds to make this 2nd and 5. That's where you take the shot, though. 1st and short like that, 1st and 5. You can take your shot. You can take another one here if you want.
Lester and Thomas come out of the huddle. They'll line up left side of the wideout spot for Emery. On the opposite end, Stilson and Conover. One man in the backfield. It's our first look again at Jaden Atwood out of the running back spot. Motion man is Bo Stilson. He goes right to left. Trigg is going to roll that way as well. Quarterback keeper. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, follows one big block by Bo Stilson and gets inside the 45-yard line down to the 42, and that'll move the sticks on a gain of 8 by Trigg Jensen.
Yeah, Bo Stilson just laid the wood and allowed that gap and sprung him free to pick up the first down. What a block.
29 seconds to play in the first. Might be the final play, barring an incompletion. Atwood again is the deep back. 2 wideouts to the left. That's Lester and Thomas. And up at the top in the slot, it's Stilson, and he's got Conover on the outside. Motion man is Lester. Handoff on the end around. Atwood sets the corner. Lester with room to run. Picks up a decent chunk of change on first down. He gets it out to the 37-yard line. It looks like about a gain of 4 on first down to set up second down and 6.
Should be the final play of the quarter as Emery's going to jog off to the sideline, and they're going to take a 14-0 lead into the second quarter, and already marching once again to put up more points.
Well, the numbers look good for Emery so far. Through 1, they lead 14-0 over the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. It's the home opener, and so far, all Emery when we return on 107.3 FM, 750 AM, also on the KSL Sports app and our YouTube channel, Castle Country Radio Emery.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
The Spartans play here.
Hudson Grange, number 10, receiver.
Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
First play of the second quarter, and Trigg Jensen under some stress, throws it deep, and we may have a one-hand grab by Logan Lester. Yes, we do. My goodness. Logan Lester, how in the world did he come down with that?
Logan Lester just lays out and sticks his big paw up there, comes down with the football, tumbles to the turf just shy of the 10-yard line. What a catch.
A 26-yard pickup for Logan Lester all the way down to the 9-yard line. And it was created by Trigg Jensen getting outside of the pocket and making it happen. We do have an injury timeout right now out on the field.
It's a heck of a throw and an even better catch to lay out and come down with it with one arm to make this thing first down at the 11-yard line.
Might be one of the most difficult catches you will see all year long. Logan Lester doing some work. Trigg Jensen was the Spartan down, but he is able to walk off of the field on his own power, so he'll come out for at least one play. Good sign for Emery to see Trigg Jensen walk off of the field on his own. A.J. Thomas will have to come back in at quarterback, so even he'll get some run under center tonight.
Yeah, as Trigg was on the move, throwing that football, he took a hit, took a pop, but stayed poised to get rid of the football. It shows how strong of an arm he has, and that catch by Lester to come down with it with one arm, and then he rolls to the, 11-yard line off the catch officially.
Turned out to be a huge pickup for Emery, a gain of 26. That was the longest pass play of the day. And now A.J. Thomas in at quarterback out of the shotgun set. Atwood will line up off of the right side. 2 wideouts on each side for Emery as well. Watch Stilson in the slot off of the right side. Judge is showing pressure from the 11. A.J. back to pass over the middle. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Bo Stilson. An 11-yard pitch and catch for Emery, and it's 20-0. A.J. Thomas comes in, one play, one throw, 11-yard touchdown.
Yeah, A.J. Thomas does a good job drawing that linebacker off with his eyes. And once he gets that split-second window, it's wide open in the middle of the field. You fire through, catch, touchdown, 20-0.
And it took only 31 seconds for Emery to get their first strike of the second quarter. Atwood will come out now to attempt the PAT, and A.J. will be the holder. Snap is low. A.J. gets it down. The PAT is up. And Jaden buries it right down the middle. 11:29 to play in the first half. 21-0 Emery when we return.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Why can't I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
The Spartans play here.
This is Jaden Atwood, number 15. Miles Warrenson, number 52.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
21-0 Emery with a lead. 11:29 to play in the first half. Atwood's end over end kick. It is returned to the 5, 10, 15 to the 20. Still on his feet. Lark gets the outside. He's got room to run past the 40 up to the 45-yard line. And that's where Judge will start. They officially mark it at the 46. So Kiari Lark showing how fast he can get, or can be, if he can split that outside edge. And he did it again successfully. That go around off the wedge.
Yeah, Lark's had two positive plays on special teams, and that's twice he's almost sprung one free into the end zone.
They push it back to the 45, so that's where Judge will start. Field position has increased each time for the Bulldogs, but they have yet to pose a serious threat to put points up on the board at the 11:20 mark here in the first half. Beaudry will take it left side, gets out to the 50, so a gain of 5 yards, make it 2nd down and 5. And that's exactly what the Judge Memorial Bulldogs need to do. Positive yardage on first down, make it a manageable second and stay ahead of the sticks, something that has eluded them in their first couple of offensive possessions.
Yeah, they'll have a couple positive plays, but then they set themselves back with negative net yards. So it's important, like you just said, to stay in front of the sticks. Now it's manageable 2nd and 5 here. You can open things up and get the ball into the hands of your speedsters.
In the backfield, it's Ben Beaudry. He'll line up right behind Middleton out of a pistol set. It's the snap, handoff, and this time he is met in the backfield. Gideon Meekum. He explodes, a loss of 2 for Beaudry, and that's what Giddy brings to the table. Senior hard-nosed leadership. He gets into the backfield for a huge takedown, a loss of 2.
A whiff up front, and Giddy comes through. Nobody touches him. Stonewall right in your tracks. 3rd and 7 now.
Definitely a great sight to see him back in the middle linebacker spot. He's got Spencer McCandless lined up next to him, and that time Giddy with authority on the 2-yard loss. Take down on the backfield. 3rd and 7, 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Middleton, the quarterback, takes the clean snap under pressure, gets it away just in time. Pass is caught, but another hard pop off the outside. Just shy of the first down sticks. Ball will be placed at the 47-yard line. Got to get to the 45 for a first down. That was a huge pop off the outside by Corbin Ward.
Yeah, 4th down and 2. Offense staying on the field. And for Emery, you get to stop here. You're setting yourself up nicely with great field position to march down to build up on the lead. So we'll see what Judge does on this 4th down and 2 play.
Judge has been outscored 143-6 in 3 games this season. When you are on the opposing side of the field and you have a manageable 4th down, I would expect them to go for it.
Watch the play clock.
Middleton takes the snap. It's a handoff, and I don't know if he got it off in time.
Now false start.
Yep, they're going to call the false start, and I believe the guilty party.
Unless they got a timeout. No, it's a false
They
start.
called a false start.
Yeah, the play clock was winding down. They didn't break the huddle enough, and then they got up there with about 7 seconds left. And you could tell that it wasn't going to end well. They weren't going to get set, or, they were going to move. They moved. 4th and 7 now.
So now the punting unit will come out. Golden opportunity for the Bulldogs, who could not get the snap off on 4th and short. This is the best punt of the evening. Jensen muffs it, able to pick it up to the 15-20, finds a little bit of space, exploits it, runs that ball out to the 30, so a decent return, and Emery will have 70 yards of green in front of him. 3 for 3 so far this offense. 3 touchdown passes here in the first half. Trig Jensen found Logan Lester and Craig Leroy, and then A.J. Thomas found Bo Stilson. That's how we got to 21-0.
Yeah, we talk about the mistakes on Judge. First down, positive. Second, third, not positive. Put yourself in a 4th down where you got to punt the football away, and you're giving the ball back to an offense who is marching down the field 5, 6, 7 plays and scoring on you.
Trig Jensen is back in at quarterback for Emery. And we have an illegal substitution called against Emery. So that 5 yards will make it 1st and 15. Not ideal here for this offense.
First penalty of the night on Emery.
Three wideouts to the right side, man-to-man off to the left. That's where the speedy Jacob Morris is. Trigg is going to go the opposite way, finds Bo Stilson. Bo has some room to run. He's tripped up. That's a very short gain.
Just trying to pick up some positive yards after the penalty, and that inside play right there didn't go for much.
No, 1 yard. So it's 2nd and 14 for Emery. Ball right now placed at the 26-yard line. Emery's got to get to the 40 for a first down.
You have a chance with the quick out here. They don't have a lot on that side.
There's the quick out, wanting to go to Conover, and it was a little low, slips through his hands, incomplete. Emery faced with 3rd and 14.
Yeah, not a lot of defenders on that side. If he makes that catch cleanly, it's a little bit low. He's got room down the sideline.
8:17 to play in the first half. Emery 21, Judge nothing. First time Emery has been faced with 3rd and long, and they are deep in their own territory right now at the 26-yard line. Again, they have to get to the 40. Morris will line up off of the left side. Conover and Thomas with Stilson on the left. Out of the backfield for Emery is Traxton Conover. Motion man coming, it's A.J. Thomas. Trigg is going to throw. Pressure's coming. Trigg steps up over the top of the defense. Caught by Bo Stilson. Yes! Bo comes down with it. Gets it onto Judge's side of the field. We'll see where they spot it. It's going to be all for naught. We have a flag back, and it will negate what would have been a huge pickup of 24 yards with a hold in the backfield.
Yeah, Emery's sloppy on this drive with back-to-back penalties. You had a first down, made it first down. Now it's going to be 3rd and even longer. You got to get all the way up to the 40-yard line for the first down, and look where the ball is sitting at the 15-yard line.
So it is 3rd and forever for Emery. They spot the ball at the 16, and Emery has to get to the 40-yard line. But we saw Trigg step up and throw over the top of the defense, and Bo Stilson looks healthy, came down with the clean catch. Trigg back to pass. He's going to try to go over the top again to Stilson. This one deflected, bounced around, and complete. Very fortunate. Threw that one into double coverage over the top, and it's 4th and forever. So Emery will punt for the first time this evening, up 21-0 with 7:50 to go in the first half.
Yeah, the penalties killed that drive. Judge almost comes up with the football off the ricochet. And Emery, like you said, first time tonight, punting the football away, and Judge should get the ball at the 50 or even better with great field position to start their drive.
Atwood comes out to boot this away. He is getting plenty of run tonight. We've seen him in the backfield. We've seen him kick extra points, and now his first punt. Jaden moves a little bit to the right. High punt. Will take a bounce at the 40. It takes a Judge bounce, and Beaudry is able to retrieve it, takes a few steps up, knocked out of bounds shy of the 30-yard line, and you could not ask for better field position if you were head coach Jeff Cafusi for Judge Memorial.
Yeah, really good awareness to pick that ball off the turf and give yourself 5-6 more yards. And for Judge, the best start tonight, field position-wise, just shy of the Emery 30-yard line.
They spotted officially at the 32. 7:42 to play in the first half. Emery 21, Judge Memorial nothing. Maverick Middleton under center will have an opportunity to get that goose egg off of the board, a Judge team that has struggled to score points so far this year. He's got one man in the backfield with him. It is Bo Dree. Snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to take it himself. Gets by one would-be tackler and is finally tripped up. That's Tyson Johnson getting in on the initial hit. That slowed up Middleton, and then cleanup duty for the rest of the game for Emery.
Lost about 4 on that play.
That makes it 2nd down and 14. They call it 2nd and 13 officially. 7:28 to play and counting. And again, a net negative play for Judge Memorial. That has been a problem.
You just can't take the snap and then zig and zag back and forth and think against this defense that you're going to dance around them. They're just too disciplined right now, and you lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, you got Larson and Mortensen up front, and that clears the way for Johnson. This time Morris comes in on the blitz. He was chipped off, and now a throw deep towards the end zone. Caught, touchdown, Judge. And the Bulldogs strike on a 35-yard touchdown. Middleton was under pressure, managed to get the throw away, and he delivered a dime for 6.
Yeah, that's just poor defense. You get lost, and you lose track of where the wide receiver is, and it goes right over your head into the end zone, and Judge takes advantage of the punt, and they score, and they slice it from 21-0 to 21-6.
Eric Mickelson scores the PAT. It was a bad snap and an extremely low kick. It's no good, but the damage done. Maverick Middleton, he finds a man open. Eric Mickelson will score from 35 yards out. 21-6, Emery by 15 with 6:58 to play in the second quarter when we return.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
The Spartans play here.
This is Jaden Atwood, number 15. Miles Warrenson, number 52.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Judge Memorial matching their season total with one 35-yard touchdown pass as Middleton got it up and away just in time, and Eric Mickelson had the Spartan secondary beat for 6. PAT is no good, so with under 7 minutes to play in the first half, Emery will get another crack offensively. They lead 21-6, but Judge taking advantage of a short field and great field position. End-over-end kick. Morris grabs it at the 7, gets it out to the 10, goes to the far side corner, now to the 25-30, and he is tripped up. There was a ton of green in front of him. A shoestring tackle, saving a touchdown. Morris on a nice return of 26 yards will set Emery up at the 33-yard line.
See if Emery can come out and play cleaner on this drive than the last one. The last one was sloppy with penalties. It set them back, and it cost them 6 points because of the punt that kind of came backwards. Great field position, and a couple plays later, Judge into the end zone.
Offensive numbers look good for Emery here in the first half. Trig Jensen has thrown for 86 yards and a couple of scores. A.J. Thomas, 11 yards and a score. But Emery has been very effective on the ground. Trigg, quick pass, has an open man. It's Bo Stilson out for a gain of 11 yards, and that'll move the sticks. Emery with the ball out to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Judge has no answer to that quick play, and you just run it, quick out, first down. I'd go right back to it.
Hasn't been much of an answer for Bo Stilson.
That's a mismatch.
Well, he looks well rested after getting last week off. 3 wideouts to the left side, 1 to the right. Trigg again, a quick pass. He wants to go back to Bo. That's been his favorite target so far. Spin move, Bo with a nice gain of 8. Flag is down, back of the 42-yard line. If it stands, it'll be an 8-yard pickup. But I believe this one will come back, and I believe it will be against Emery. Yep, holding against the Spartans, and all of a sudden, a gain of 8 on first down will result in a 10-yard penalty, and Emery behind the sticks again due to a penalty.
And this is one thing this team has done through the first two is the penalties. They've got to clean that aspect up.
Ball now with the 35. Emery has to get the ball to Judge's 45. So we're looking at 1st and 20 right now. Emery has gone almost exclusively through the air on the last couple of possessions. 6:17 and counting in the first half. It's 21-6. Trigg back to pass. Dump off, and this one goes to Gideon Meekum, and he maybe gets a yard. They give it back to him at the line of scrimmage. They will. No, they say he lost a yard. Yikes.
The last two drives have been really bad by Emery's offense.
Well, now 2nd and 21 as we are now officially under 6 minutes.
And the problem is you don't want to let this team hang around, because if you give the ball back and they go down and get points, and depending on how much time, they get the ball to start the third quarter.
4-3 front for the Bulldogs. Trigg, quarterback keeper. He's got room to run to the 40. Trigg dives forward, gets it close to the 45-yard line, near the original line of scrimmage. So a gain of 10 for Trigg, just shy of the original line of scrimmage. Trigg has 4 carries for 45 yards on the ground so far tonight.
Yeah, I'd go right back on the ground. They can't stop the run.
It's 3rd down and 11. If it is 4-down territory, might not be a bad idea. 5:14 left in the first half. Empty backfield this time for Trigg. 3 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. 4-man rush for the Bulldogs. Throw over the middle of the field for A.J. Thomas is incomplete. A.J. took a hard shot, and he is slow to get up. Pass is incomplete, but an official timeout. And Emery is looking at 4th down and 11. Question there would be, was it an illegal hit? And I was not able to see it.
I thought it was clean.
As we sit right now, it's 4th down and 11. Always dangerous going across the middle of the field, and
probably got a punt.
Yes, definitely.
So 2 back-to-back drives, stall out. 4:53 left, second quarter. It's 21-6, and Judge about ready to get the football back. And the offense has a little bit of momentum. Defense picking them up.
That's such a bang-bang play, but again, give credit to the Judge defense for stepping up as they have forced a couple of 4th and longs for Emery.
Yeah, it's crowded in the middle, not a lot of room, and you got bodies everywhere. As soon as that ball's over the top, defensively you're locked in, and you hit A.J. as he's trying to reach out for the football. Falls to the turf, and he takes the grunt of it.
When we resume, it will be 4th and 11, and there is plenty of time for Judge with 2 timeouts to take this ball down the field, trailing 21-6. And let's not forget, the Bulldogs get the ball to start the second half. A.J. Thomas will walk off the field on his own, which is a great sign. And Jaden Atwood will come out to punt the football away. Atwood will stand at his own 32-yard line, 2 back deep to return this for Judge. Jaden gets it away cleanly, end-over-end punt. Fair catch is called. Ball is muffed, but Judge is able to jump back on it. Beaudry with a heads-up play. They spot it at the 34-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over and start this fresh possession with 4:45 to play in the first half. A chance for the Bulldogs to get back into this game right here.
Yeah, as long as Judge can stay in front of the sticks, they've shown they move the football. Once they get behind those six, though, and make it second and long, third and long is where they've had problems. Last drive, they had a short field. And defensively, Emery a little bit lost, and a pass over the top into the end zone for the 6 points that they scored.
Definitely seeing the athletic ability on what's been a very tough schedule to start the year for the Bulldogs as well. Middleton takes the snap, goes to Beaudry. He's got room to run, and he has passed the 40-yard line. They mark him at the 42. So a nice gain of 8 yards on first down for the Bulldogs.
Find your best athletes, give them the football. Good things happen.
4:23 and counting here in the first half. Emery 21, Judge Memorial 6. Momentum has definitely switched sides in this game, there's no question. Middleton out of the shotgun. He's got one man in the backfield standing off to the left, two wideouts to the right, one to the left. It's to Beaudry again. He wants to go far side of the field so he could take the wide edge, and this time he is close to the first down sticks. Did he get enough? It's close to a 2-yard pickup. He did. 1st and 10, ball at the 44-yard line.
And just enough. The football broke the first down marker. And 2 plays, a first down by Judge.
Gain of 8 for Beaudry on first down, a gain of 2 on second. Fresh set as the ball is near the 50-yard line for the Bulldogs. Far hash mark, it sits. Beaudry, the deep back. Judge is going to stack the left side of the field. 3-man front for Emery. Rush coming off of the outside. Lark with the reception to the 50 onto Emery's side of the field. He is close to the first down sticks again. They rule him out at the 47-yard line, so just shy, I believe, of the first down stick.
The speed to the outside, it's one-on-one. He steps through the tackle and comes up short of the first down.
It's a gain of 9. So 2nd and 1 for Judge. Plenty of time. 3:24. They are now threatening, and they are finding momentum on the offensive side of the ball, using speed to get to the outside corners. Beaudry this time lines up right side of Middleton. Emery not really able to get home on the pressure. They've come close to Middleton, but he's been able to get rid of the ball, and he's been able to get rid of it quickly. Takes the snap. Beaudry, far side of the field. He gets by Conover. He's met by Morris, but not before. He has just a 3-yard pickup, enough to move the sticks with the ball at the 45-yard line. Morris coming over from the DB spot. It was an excellent angle for Beaudry, just out of the reach of Conover.
Another first down pickup by Judge. They're at the Emery 45-yard line now. And 3 minutes 15 and rolling now with the clock and the marker set.
First and 10. Ball at the Emery 45-yard line. 3 minutes left to play in the first half. Middleton, shotgun set. One man lined up to the right side. Beaudry finally gets a little break. Snap, fakes the handoff. Middleton goes to the outside. Gets by 1-2 would-be tacklers. Miles Mortensen puts the big paw out, grabs him by the shoulder pad, and wrestles him down to the ground, but not before Middleton takes it inside the 40 to the Emery 39-yard line to set up 2nd down and 4.
More positive plays, speed, a factor right now. Emery, defensively, they've got to figure it out.
Michael Gibbons out of the backfield is a different look than Beaudry.
And Emery hasn't generated any pressure into the backfield in what seems like forever.
Even on the touchdown pass that Middleton had, Morris got back. He was chipped right before he could make the hit, and that allowed Middleton to step in the pocket and deliver the clean shot. 2nd down, flag comes out. Pre-snap penalty on the way. And Emery can only hope that this would go against the Bulldogs with 2:03 remaining in the second quarter, and it looks as if it will be against Judge. Nope, I take that back. Encroachment against Emery. So that not only is 5 yards the other direction, but it gives Judge Memorial a first down with the ball at the 34-yard line. Penalties hampering the Spartans right now, and Judge is threatening to make this a one-score game going into the break. Momentum can switch sides in a hurry, Travis, and we're seeing it right now live and in color.
Emery's just not helping themselves out offensively with the penalties, defensively now with penalties, giving away free yards, which leads to a first down.
Empty backfield for Middleton. Calls for a motion man. Gibbons is coming. Fakes the end around. Middleton will keep it himself. Gets to the outside corner. Conover is there for the takedown. But again, positive yardage for Middleton. He'll pick up about 3, maybe even 4 yards on first down. Give him 4. It's 2nd and 6. Well, it started extremely promising. And a little bit of a lull here in the second quarter. Just for reference, with 7 minutes to play in the second, it was 21-0 Emery. And that's when Judge managed to strike on a 35-yard touchdown pass around the same spot they're at right now with the 30. Gibbons off the handoff will go in between the tackles. That is something we have not seen a lot of for Judge, and it goes for positive yardage. Looking at 3rd down and 2, so a nice gain of 5 yards out of the backfield by Michael Gibbons.
Minute now left in this quarter. Judge has got to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, we are down to seconds. 51 to be exact.
And they're not playing this well at all.
There is not a lot of urgency from the Bulldogs. Clock still moving, 45 seconds. 3rd down and 2. Middleton on the long snap. Hands it off. This one goes up the middle, enough for a first down, so the clock will stop momentarily at 35 seconds.
But you got timeouts. You can't run to the sideline to get the play. If you want to get the play and just call timeout, you've got 2 timeouts left.
Beaudry's going to line up in the slot. Gibbons is in the backfield now with Middleton, and we have a timeout taken on the field.
By Emery.
It's a wise timeout by Coach Faimalo. Gives Emery an opportunity to take a look at what the Bulldogs are doing, and then you call the timeout. We'll take it as well. Judge is threatening just outside the red zone at the 22. It's 1st and 10 when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 14. Jacob Morris, number 5.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
1st down and 10, and we are late to the action. To recap, a fumble by Judge Memorial, and Emery picks it up. They finally get home. Off of the hit, ball loose on the deck, and Dice Larson gobbles it up. A huge turnover for the Spartans. And of course, it happens right as we return late from the action, but a big defensive play nonetheless. The first turnover of the ball game comes with 27 seconds to play in the first half.
And defensively, they needed to cause a turnover, and they do. They pick the ball up, and they stop Judge's drive.
First turnover of the ball game, deep in Emery territory, and the Spartans will try to get some points out of it. Trigg throws. This ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, and then it's caught by Tyson Tennant. Tennant, with a heads-up play, able to move the ball to the 36-yard line. It only goes for a gain of 2, but on my bingo card was not a Tyson Tennant reception. Heads-up play, gain of 2, timeout Emery. They actually give him a gain of about 3 to make it 2nd and 7. Emery will take a timeout.
Yeah, ball goes straight up in the air, and Tyson has the awareness to catch the football, and he stumbles for 2 yards. Timeout Emery with 13 seconds, but more time should be added on the clock here in the second quarter.
Going back to the turnover, let's see how much time they put on.
15.8.
So going back to the turnover, again, pressure finally getting home, and that was something that you had talked about throughout the first half. Emery really unable to establish the rush, and when they finally got after Middleton, apply the hit, ball pops out, and a costly turnover for Judge, but the Emery defense needed something big. They got something on that particular play.
Especially the way Judge moving the football. Looked like they were going to double dip, get some points before half, get the football back. Scored on their last drive to slice that lead down to one possession. Instead, stonewall turnover. Emery football 15.8 on the clock. I think Emery's got one timeout left.
They can use it. 2nd and 7.
That's where you want to take a shot downfield. You want to try to get the ball 50-yard line, 45-yard line. Call your last time out.
Trigg. He'll roll out right side. He's under pressure. Throws on the run. It's caught by Bo Stilson. And Bo, pulling forward, finally goes out of bounds, I believe. No, they say he was tackled inbounds at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, some time rolled off the clock that shouldn't have.
That's a 23-yard pickup. Bo Stilson has been outstanding. He's got 46 yards. And Trigg will snap the ball, spike it down as fast as he can. 3 seconds left to play. Emery was really hoping that Bo could get out of bounds, but you have to give Judge Memorial a lot of credit to bring him down inbounds. Emery did not have any timeouts left, and that's why they had to go to the spike.
Now you take your shot down to the end zone. Maybe you draw a penalty.
Get an untimed down?
Yep.
Empty backfield.
And if you get the penalty 15 yards, puts it in Jaden territory for a field goal if you were to draw a penalty.
4-man rush for Judge out of the empty backfield. Trigg wants it all, goes deep, overshoots all the intended receivers, and that will take us to the end of the first half. Well, it started in a dominating performance by Emery. They score the first 21 points of the game. Judge Memorial answers back with a touchdown with under 7 to play in the first half. They threaten again with a deep drive, but Emery's defense forces a costly turnover, and Emery will take a 21-6 lead into the break. Coming up, the halftime report brought to you by Dr. Daniel Cowley at Castle Valley Orthodontics. You can give them a call for a free consultation on a smile that will last a lifetime. That phone number is 637-2222. Halftime here at Emery High School. It's the home opener, and Emery right now protecting home field 21-6 over Judge Memorial. We're back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist, and here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing services to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
You're looking for somewhere you can be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
Yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Welcome to the Emery Spartans Halftime Report, brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. Call them at 637-2222 and schedule your free consultation for a smile that will last a lifetime.
Welcome into the Castle Valley Orthodontics Halftime Report. The score at the break, Emery 21, Judge Memorial 6, a game that was dominated by Emery for about the first 21 minutes. Travis, then Judge gets back in this game, and if you are the Spartans, I think you've got to feel very fortunate to have a 2-score lead at the break.
Yeah, if you're Emery and you're in the locker room right now, you're a little bit disappointed with how you played down the stretch. Penalties really set everything back where the offense was flowing. Then you have the penalties, and then you get stonewalled, and you're dry, and you can't move the football defensively. You can't get stops. And, yeah, if you're Emery, you're fortunate to be up 21-6 because Judge was marching down the field with ease to put up more points until they fumbled the football.
Yeah, with that, though, you have to give Emery's defense credit for stepping up and forcing the turnover.
Yeah, they had to get a turnover, and they did. So you give them credit there, but they've got to stop with the penalties. The penalties early on have really offensively slowed them down from scoring, and defensively they've really, haven't helped themselves out getting stops.
21-6 the score right now. Emery with a 15-point lead over the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. Home opener. It's game number 3 for Emery. Both of these teams searching for their first win of the season. Let's take a look at some of the statistics here on the Castle Valley Orthodontics Halftime Report. We take a look at quarterback Trig Jensen. In that first half, he tosses 2 touchdowns. He's thrown for 119 yards, and he's added another 45 on the ground.
Did a good job in that first half of moving the football through, the middle to the outside. The running ability has been there as well. So good job stepping up in the start tonight to move the football and put up 21 points here in the first half.
He did complete 11 of 18 passes as well in that first half. One of those incompletions came on the very last play where he just lobbed it up over the top of the defense. I thought it was an efficient first half for Trig. He looked good at quarterback.
They did. Efficient, like you said. That's what he has to be. He spread the ball around, got a lot of guys involved with the offense, and that's what they need. They have to have 5-6 players get involved offensively.
Now, while Trig was 11 of 18 for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns, he did have to leave the game for a moment due to an injury. He did return one play later, but in that one play, it was A.J. Thomas through the air, touchdown, 11 yards. How about that quarterback rating? 1 attempt, 1 completion, 1 touchdown, and 11 yards to A.J. Thomas's name.
Did a good job. Drew the safety off with his eyes. The safety vacates the middle of the field. And then a strong arm, bullet pass right through the middle into the end zone. Easy 6 points.
And that is the benefit of having two quarterbacks on your roster right there. We saw it firsthand. Trigg has to leave the game with an injury. A.J. steps in. He has played productive as well at the quarterback spot, and boom, he delivers a strike.
Yeah, that's the ability. When you have two guys that can step up and you can rotate in and out in case somebody has to go out with an injury, you have that ability to just plug and play.
Let's take a look at the rushing statistics in the first half. Trigg Jensen leads the way for Emery. They have not ran the ball a whole lot. In fact, 10 rushing attempts. That is it. Trigg, 4 attempts for 45 yards. He has a run of 21 and 10, so he has been effective out of the quarterback spot from the shotgun set.
Let's see in the second half if they can run the football a little bit more, but through the air they've had success. But you're just looking for somebody to take over the workload in the backfield with the rushing attack.
Outside of Trigg, if we want to go to the stable of running backs for Emery, Traxton Conover leads the way. 4 carries, 26 yards. His long was 11. He also had a run of 9 yards to get to that 26-yard mark on 4 attempts.
Yeah, a couple times it looked like he was just going to spring one loose, got tripped up at the last second.
We also got to see Jaden Atwood out of the backfield. He had a carry for 8 yards.
I think Jaden on that first carry showed he can get low. He's got the speed and had good vision up the field. I like to see Jaden utilize a little bit more, getting the football in his hands, seeing if they can get him to the outside.
Also a run from Logan Lester for 4 yards, and that rounds out the rushing yardage for the Emery Spartans. We take a look at the receiving statistics for Emery in that first half, and the leading man was Bo Stilson. He hauled in 4 catches. One went for an 11-yard touchdown. His long was 23. He's got 4 catches for 46 yards and a score at the break.
I don't think Judge has anybody who can stick with Bo, so you've got to get him the football in open space, because if you get him in open space, I think he's 1 block away and he's off to the end zone.
Next up, it would be Logan Lester. He has a 9-yard touchdown catch. He also corralled a one-handed grab that was absolutely spectacular from 26 yards out. I'm not quite sure how Logan hauled that ball in, but he found a way.
Yeah, he got past the defense, and that ball was to the outside shoulder, and he reaches back with one arm and pulls it in. It was one heck of a catch, highlight reel catch.
Also for Emery, Garrett Conover has 3 grabs for 19 yards. Cray Leroy has 19 yards on 1 catch. That went for a touchdown.
They did a good job in that first half. Like you said, stayed still, just rolled out, threw it over the top, and caught the touchdown pass in the end zone to our left.
And then A.J. Thomas has 1 grab out of the slot for 12 yards. We take a look at the scoring plays here on the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime report. It didn't take long for Emery. They marched right down the field, and with 9:18 to play in the first quarter, that's when Trigg Jensen found Logan Lester for a 9-yard touchdown pass.
That didn't take long at all. That's what you wanted to see. They get to the football first. They marched right down the field, and they scored quickly, and you were like, all right, here we go. This Emery offense is going to roll. They're going to roll all over Judge. And it started out that way in the first half as they continued to pile on.
Only 4 minutes later, Trigg Jensen finds the end zone again, this time to Cray Leroy on a 19-yard touchdown catch. It's 14-0 Emery as we go to the end of the first quarter. Early on in the second, 11:29. Not a lot of game time left. Or I should say not a lot of game time in between the second and third scores. Emery finds the end zone again, this time A.J. Thomas to Bo Stilson. This was after the incredible one-hand grab from Logan Lester. That's an 11-yard touchdown. A.J.'s only pass attempt of the game, and boom, it was right on target across the center of the field.
It was a bullet right on target, like you said, 21-0 at that point. And you're thinking the way that Judge is not moving the football, Emery's going to get the ball back, and it's going to be 28-35 as we go into halftime. But hold your horses. Here comes Judge.
And Judge came back in a major way. They had to have a touchdown. There was no way around it, and they scored in a big way as Maverick Middleton connected with Eric Mickelson on about a 35-yard touchdown pass at the 6:58 mark to make it 21-6.
Yeah, Emery got lost defensively, and he got a little bit of space in the open field, and he put a picture-perfect pass over the top of the defense. And all he has to do is wait for the ball to come down into his arms. He did, caught it, touchdown.
The other big play of the first half, again, the Emery defense rising to the occasion, finally getting home on Middleton. They apply the heat, they get the sack, they get the fumble, and because of that, it is 21-6 right now at the break as Judge was putting together yet another solid drive deep into Emery territory.
The Judge tried to go inside the tackles, and when they ran that play, Emery pops the football loose, and they pounce on it to stop the drive and the momentum.
Let's take a look at some other scores from around the state of interest at the break. Richfield with a 21-0 lead over North St. Pete, that one at the half. South Sevier all over Providence Hall. It's 41-0 at the halfway point. Enterprise leads North Sevier 12-0. Manti is currently up on Juab 28-12. On our sister station, KRPX 95.3 The Peak, the Canyon View Falcons hold a 28-6 lead over the Carbon Dinos. Canyon View is a team we'll see a little bit later on this season. And at the break right now, Beaver and Duchesne deadlock 17-17. We're about 3 minutes away from second half action. Judge will get the ball to start the second half. So the Emery defense will have to rise to the occasion once again. The score here, 21-6. Emery with a 15-point advantage over the Judge Memorial Bulldogs.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
You're looking for somewhere you could be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
Yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Almost set for the second half. Emery with a 21-6 lead over the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. Always a pleasure to be along with you on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM. A definite pleasure to be joining you on the KSL Sports app, being a part of the KSL family on Friday Night Lights, and also on our YouTube channel, Castle Country Radio Emery. 21-6, Emery with a 15-point lead. Jaden Atwood will tee it up at the 40. Emery will kick off right to left off of the radio dial. Back to return deep for Judge Memorial. Two extremely dangerous return men in Ben Beaudry and also Kiari Lark.
Yeah, they've shown some ability, special teams-wise, that they're one block away from breaking it loose.
Atwood gets his running start, end over end kick. And we are underway in the second half. Beaudry from the 10 out to the 15, 20, 25, 30. He has a gap, exploits it again, and gets past the 30 to the 32-yard line. Decent field position for Judge Memorial. The speed between Beaudry and Lark has been a difference maker.
It really has, and we talked about it in the open. Get the ball in the hands of your athletes who have speed, and they did on the one. They scored a touchdown, but they've got great field position once again, and they really have started every drive with pretty good field position for the most part.
Emery with that three-man front. Miles Mortensen will line up off of the left side. Tice Larson is in the middle, and then off of the right side, you'll see Big Tyson Johnson, who got in on that fumble recovery. Middle linebacker Gideon Meekum back after missing last week against Beaver. He's got Spencer McCandless with him in the middle of the field. Shotgun set. Maverick Middleton, the quarterback now for Judge. Takes the low snap, hands it off. We're seeing a little bit of a different look now from Judge Memorial. They're moving Beaudry around in different spots. We've seen him in the backfield, seen him in the slot. We've also seen him line up to the outside. And that first carry of the second half goes to Michael Gibbons. And Gibbons is good for 3 yards to make it 2nd and 7.
Judge changing things up just a little bit. They go power that time, pick up 2 yards officially to make it 2nd down and 8.
Lark is going to line up off of the outside. Middleton again, the quarterback. Emery showing pressure off of the outside. Quick throw, Beaudry hauls in the reception to the 41-yard line. He's shy of the first down stick. It looks about a yard shy to set up 3rd down and short, but once again, Middleton, that quick release, avoiding pressure and finding an open field receiver.
On target, quick out, picks up positive yards to bring up 3rd down and about 1 yard to go.
1 minute gone by here in the third quarter, 21-6, Emery with a 15-point lead, and a big 3rd down coming up now for the Bulldogs. Middleton sticks in the shotgun set. Emery with a 3-man front. Gideon Meekum is showing blitz up the center. Trips left side for the Bulldogs. Man-to-man at the bottom of the screen. Middleton, 1 pump fake. Quick throw on the wide receiver screen. Enough for a 1st down on a gain of 2. A takedown in the open field by Corbin Ward. 1st and 10, Judge Memorial on the quick pass to the outside.
Great blocking up front. Clean pocket. And then time for your wide receiver to come out of the break, but the football right on his chest. 1st down. Judge Memorial.
I believe it was Traxton Conover on the takedown. Once again, Ben Beaudry on the reception. 1st and 10, Judge. Ball at the 44, far hash mark. Bulldogs moving left to right off of the radio dial. Emery again will stick with a 3-man front, showing pressure with the outside linebacker spot. Shotgun set for Middleton. A little bit of rearranging now off of the right outside for the Bulldogs. Waist-high snap, handoff. This goes absolutely nowhere. Emery able to sniff it out on the carry to Michael Gibbons around the outside. Wanted to go in between the tackles, and Travis, the only success that Judge has had is going outside of the tackles. Anything from the guards in has been no man's land for him.
Yeah, no running room from the inside. Everything to the outside. They try to fool Emery and go inside draw. Nothing doing. 2nd down.
2nd down and 10. 9:48 in the third quarter. First drive of the second half. Middleton a shotgun set once again. 2 wideouts on each side with 1 man in the backfield. Waist-high snap. 3-step drop. Fires over the top of the defense. Intercepted! Intercepted by Bo Stilson. He comes down with the ball at the 23-yard line. 2nd takeaway of the game. This one in the deep secondary by Bo Stilson. It is welcome back game. 1st and 10, Emery.
That's a really poor throw from the quarterback. He just takes 3 steps, and then he goes over the middle of the field. Defensively, there's 2 black jerseys there. Picked off, turnover. The 2nd time Emery has come up with a turnover in the last 2 possessions.
While the Bulldogs have had success moving the ball, Emery playing the role of bend but don't break. And now our first look at the Emery offense in the second half. Up 15. Trig Jensen out of the shotgun set. He's got 1 in the backfield with him. It's Conover. A handoff. Traxton will go to the right side, and a hard, heavy run. Starting at the 24-yard line, he takes it out to the 31 on a gain of 7 to set up 2nd and 3.
You talk about that power run, hard run to go into the middle of the defense, the teeth of the Judge Memorial defense, to pick up 6 yards.
Traxton with 5 carries for 33 yards on the ground. 2nd down and a short 4 officially for Emery. Trigg, quick pass, wants to go to the outside, and it's incomplete. That pass was intended for his favorite target of the evening, Bo Stilson. Trigg has thrown for 119 yards. He's tossed the ball 19 times so far in this game. But on a 3rd and short situation, I would not be surprised to see Emery go back to the ground.
Yeah, really not set on that throw. It's why it sells and tumbles out of bounds to make this 3rd down 3 manageable situation.
Got to get the ball to the 34. It is 3rd and 3, ball at the 31. Shotgun set for Trigg. Takes the snap. There's the handoff. And this is close to 1st down yardage. I believe that is enough to move the sticks. It should be. And it is for Conover, who can add 3 more yards to his total. That's 36 yards on 6 carries. More importantly, 1st and 10 Emery with 8:53 to play in the 3rd.
Needed the 34-yard line, got to the edge of the 35 for the 1st down on 3rd and 3.
2 wideouts on each side. Shotgun set for Trigg with Conover in the backfield. Takes the snap, quick pass, out. That's Lester. Logan bounces off one would-be tackler and then falls down to the ground shy of the 40-yard line to the 39 on a gain of 4. Positive yardage on 1st down for Emery.
Yeah, got caught up and ran it right into the back of a defender and then falls to the turf. But positive 1st down play. You get 5 yards to make it 2nd and 5. Now you can dig deep into the playbook and come up with something. Maybe you want to do a razzle-dazzle trick play, throw them off guard.
3 catches for 39 yards for Logan Lester. The RPO, handoff this time to Conover. He moves it to the outside corner, and he gets the ball to the 40-yard line, back to the line of scrimmage. And we're looking at 3rd down and 5 now for Emery.
Yeah, Judge not fooled on that one. They all stayed right in the zones that they needed to be in to slow it up. No gain, 3rd down.
Seventh carry of the ball game for Conover. Shotgun set. Trips right side. There's some movement, and that is a late flag, but a pre-snap penalty. Logan Huntington, the guilty party, just flinched. And a free 5 yards for Judge. 3rd and 5 becomes a lot more difficult. Now looking at 3rd and 10 from the 35. Got to get to the 45 to keep the drive alive.
Yeah, a lot of penalties tonight.
They've come at costly times as well. Right, I think there's always got to be context with the penalties, but they have worked against Emery in a major way. Trips right side. Trigg is going to roll out. He's got some space. Trigg with the ball to the 40. Diving forward close to the 45-yard line. It's depending on the spot. Did he get enough for the 1st down? I believe he did. That second effort might be enough to move the sticks. I have yet to see a 1st down signal. We're still waiting. 1st down, Emery. 10-yard run by Trigg Jensen. His 5th carry of the game. He's got 55 yards on the ground.
The Judge just not in position to make a tackle, and the speed to go up through the defense, up the sideline for the 1st down.
7:25 left in the 2nd quarter. Quick snap. Wide receiver screen going out to the Speedy Morris at the top, and that will go for a good gain of about 8 yards. I take that back. It was Cray Leroy. Leroy at the very top off of the screen, and we'll see how many yards they give Cray. They give him 8 yards. So a big play for Emery on 1st down.
Yeah, Leroy goes up, makes the catch, and then with speed, maneuvers upfield. 2nd down and 2 to go.
Leroy's got 2 catches for 27 yards and 1 touchdown earlier in the ball game. 2nd down and 2, right in Emery's wheelhouse. They can stay above the sticks. They love the short down yardage situations. Trigg, handoff. It goes to Conover. Bounces off of 1, 2 would-be tacklers. Hard-nosed run, trying to get to the 1st down sticks, and I believe he got it on that second effort. If you look at the near side Judge, it is right at the 1st down sticks, and I believe that will be enough for a 1st down. 1st and 10. 2 yards, a hard 2 yards on his 8th carry, but it's enough to move it. 1st and 10, Emery now in Judge territory at the 45-yard line. And they're in business with 6:25 and counting in the 3rd quarter.
You talk about the second effort to keep the feet moving. That's what he does. The second effort gets through 1st down.
Gideon Meekum lining up in the slot off the left side. Bad snap. Trigg has to go back to retrieve it, and he is taken down at his own 43-yard line. So right as Emery is in business, a bad snap, and that will definitely cost the Spartans on about a 12-yard loss.
Bad snap. It goes skipping through. All he can do is try to pick the football up and make something happen. And Judge Memorial in there with the tackle, swarming, throws him to the turf. That ball now all the way back to the 43-yard line.
That's a 12-yard loss for Emery. And now we're looking at 2nd and 22 with 5:37 and ticking. in the third. No one has scored yet in this quarter. It's still 21-6 Emery. Trigg back to pass, pockets clean, steps up, fires incomplete. He wanted Bo Stilson across the middle of the field.
Behind him.
Excellent defense by Cody Van Dyke. As Van Dyke really threw Bo off center just a little bit with a hard hit. Now it's 3rd and 22.
Bumped him just enough to get him off his route, and that ball way behind. And you said it, 3rd and 22. The ball has to get to the Judge 35-yard line for a first down.
You would have to believe if Emery can make this at least manageable, they would go for it on 4th down.
They got to get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage to give yourself a chance to do that.
Judge is going to bring pressure on 3rd and long. Trigg takes the snap, 1-step drop. He wants to run. He has some room. He gets it to Judge's side of the field. You wanted him back at the original line of scrimmage, and I think that's exactly where he got. Pyle was pushed. Trigg with a nice run.
So you get back to the original line. Now decision time. I think they're going to punt the football.
That's a 12-yard run for Trigg. He's got 67 yards on the ground in the game. And they send out the special teams unit, so Jaden Atwood will punt it away, and he'll stand back at about his own 45-yard line. Emery's going to play the field position game, but again, back deep to return. It is Kiari Lake and Ben Beaudry.
See if you can angle this punt and let it skip out of bounds and roll to the 10-yard line.
Perfect snap. Jaden gets it away, end over end. Judge will stay away from it. It takes a bounce. Emery's not going to be able to down it. It rolls just past the goal line by about a yard. Touchback. Field position has been flipped. But if it was penalties or a bad snap, Emery stalls out on what looked like a promising drive.
It's been the story, right? Since that midway point of the second quarter, the penalties, the offense now in a little bit of a lull, and Judge Memorial has the football back down 21-6 with 4:42 left in the third quarter.
I think you got to give head coach Jeff Cafusi a lot of credit for Judge Memorial, the adjustments that they have made defensively. After Emery started 3 for 3 drive-wise, their first 3 drives went for touchdowns. They have not scored since the 11:29 mark of the second quarter.
Showed a lot of fight.
Maverick Middleton with a quick pass. He gets it out to Lark. Lark at the 15-yard line, and he is taken down by Garrett Conover. Conover was able to sniff it out. He brings Lark down in the backfield. That's a loss off of the completion, a loss of 2. It's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, that play right there, that throw wasn't on target. He has to come back to the football, and his balance is taking him backwards, and he's fortunate that he only lost 2 yards and not 5, 6, or 7.
So ball placed at the 18-yard line on the near hash mark. Judge moving left to right off of the radio dial. Maverick Middleton, the quarterback. He goes back to the shotgun set. They have Beaudry once again lined up on the outside with Lark in the slot. Trips right side. Hard snap, shoulder high, handoff to Gibbons. He tries to go around the outside. Ilijic was there on the initial hit. Gibbons is able to move it forward after contact for a gain of 2. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Give Ilijic a lot of credit. He managed to get in the backfield and slow Gibbons down. It's 3rd and 10.
That gets back there, slows it up, makes it 3rd down and 10. And for Emery, you have a chance to get off the field, get the football back.
We've seen a few 3-and-outs for Judge Memorial already in this game, and this would be a big one. Third quarter, 3:25 on the game clock. 21-6 Emery with the lead. Middleton back out of the shotgun set. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Emery with a 3-man front, showing pressure off of the outside. Middleton will roll out of the pocket to the right. He's surveying. He's got all kinds of room and time, and he tries to run to the sideline close to the first down sticks. Looks as if he gets enough, just past the 30 on a gain of 11.
3rd down and 10, and you allow the quarterback to get out of the pocket and get to the soft spot of the defense up the sideline for a first down.
1st and 10, ball at the 31 for Judge. They keep the drive alive at the 3:05 mark, and we have a flag from the sidelines. Coach Famalo was unhappy.
He wanted a hold.
It was either a hold or a spot. I think he probably could have complained with both. Turns out to be a sideline warning.
It's hard to tell from up here.
It is. Yeah, we don't necessarily have the best angle.
But I'm going to assume any time on a play like that the quarterback is free.
Has that much time?
There's a hold.
1st and 10, no harm done on the sideline, warning. Judge will stack the left side. Middleton, handoff into the backfield. Emery quick to the ball, gain of roughly 3 on 1st down, depending on the spot. In on the initial hit was Tyson Johnson, a gang tackle for Emery. And now Johnson will get a breather, and Miles Mortensen will run back in. They'll give him 3 yards. He gets the ball out to the 33-yard line. Second down. 2:35 left in the third. Scoreless quarter. It's been highly competitive. Lark is going to move from left to right. Atwood's going to stick with him. Meekum is showing pressure off the blitz. Judge picks it up beautifully. They attack right up the gut. Good yardage. It is 3rd down, but not before a hefty gain to set up what'll be 3rd down and 2.
Judge's offense put themselves in positions since the midway point where they've been in great position on 3rd and short to pick up these first downs to keep drives alive.
They got to get to the 41. They spot the ball at the 39.
This should be a run.
The clock is moving fast, and I don't think it's necessarily 4-down territory for Judge. But if you're Emery, you want to give him something to think about. In the backfield, it's Michael Gibbons. Lines up right side of the quarterback, Middleton. Low snap, handoff to Gibbons, and he goes nowhere. Big-time defensive play by Emery. Conover was in on the cleanup duty on the hit, but it's that Emery front that had a lot of penetration, and McCandless was able to get in for the takedown. Spencer McCandless filling in at that middle linebacker spot. Lowered the boom, a loss of 2, and now Judge will have to boot the ball away. Trig Jensen is back to return deep. Huge play defensively for Emery.
That blew up that play. 4th down, they got to punt the football away, so the drive stalled out for Judge.
Low snap, it's off the ground. 1 bounce, picked up, punts away cleanly. Trigg can return this. He's got it at the 20-yard line. Tries to get to the sideline, and Trigg will just jog out of bounds past the 30. They spot it at the 31-yard line, and so Emery has 69 yards of green in front of them with 51 seconds on the clock in the 3rd quarter. 21-6 the score.
Quick moving 3rd quarter, 51 seconds left. 21-6. Emery got a couple plays left in this quarter, then take it into the 4th quarter. You pick up a couple first downs, and the way that quarter flew by and Emery really chewed up clock, you're going to shorten the game, and Judge is going to need 14 points here.
Emery is moving right to left off the dial. Ball is placed on the far hash mark at their own 31-yard line. 2 wideouts on each side. Trigg with a quick pass goes to the outside corner, and this goes for no gain. Looks like the pass was caught by Bo Stilson, but Bo was only able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that play worked in the first half. Judge on this one doesn't allow the catch to go up the field for anything. No gain.
Bo has hauled in 5 catches. He's got 46 yards. 2nd down and 10. Here's a quick pass. That time Bo climbs a ladder. He comes down with it at about the 38-yard line and falls forward to the 1st down sticks. A gain of 11. That's enough to move the sticks for Emery. Big-time play by Bo Stilson off of the reception from Trig Jensen.
That's a sneaky good throw. Dangerous throw up high. And Bo goes up and saves his quarterback from a pick because it looked like the defender could have stepped right in front of it. That's a great job by both throw and catch.
Jaden Atwood is in the backfield. Here's the handoff to Jaden. Juggle the football. It's loose on the ground, and Judge recovers. No, Emery seems to have come up with it. Whitehat says Emery has fallen on the ball, and that is a huge, huge play. Ball was on the turf, and I believe falling on that ball was Tice Larson to avoid disaster. It is a 3-yard loss, but it is 2nd down. Well, we'll make it a 4-yard loss.
I don't think the exchange was great looked like they had trouble getting the ball on the exchange, and Jaden at the last second reaching out, just fumbled the football. Emery jumps back on it, quarter over, 21-6, and a second down and a long ways to go to start the fourth quarter.
It'll be about 2nd and 14 for Emery. We are through 3 quarters. Emery is 12 minutes away from getting their first victory of the season. This pesky Judge team is not going anywhere. Fourth quarter coming up when we return. The score, Emery 21, Judge 6.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
The Spartans play here.
Fourth quarter just about to begin. It's a big way to start here for Emery. 2nd down and 14. Trigg tries to get it all back. Throw over the middle of the field. It's incomplete. He had 2 receivers in the vicinity. Logan Lester was closest. Gideon Meekum was also hovering around. The ball falls in between both, and that's 3rd and 14.
Defensively, they get in there, they get their paws up, they tip the football free to the turf. A big 3rd down and 14 to come with an injury to a Judge Memorial player here in the fourth quarter. 21-6 Emery, 11:54 left.
So it is 3rd down, injury timeout. At times, Emery has looked really good. I think you got to give the defense a ton of credit, Travis. They have managed to hang in. They have forced 2 takeaways, which really you could view as the difference in this ballgame.
The 2 takeaways are the difference because both times Judge was moving the football, and they were moving the football pretty easily, and then the 2 turnovers slowed everything up.
Takeaways have been hard to come by so far this season, so you'll definitely take them. Injury timeout. The injured player for Judge Memorial is Eric Mickelson, and he's going to limp off of the field. Emery has the ball right now at the 37-yard line, their own 37. And they have to get the ball all the way to the 49 on Judge's side of the field. They have 1 play to do it. Empty backfield. So a 5 wide out set, 3 on the right, 2 on the left. Trigg will go into the shotgun set, Judge with a 4-man front, and they have been getting home. Leroy will come in motion. He'll move right to left. Hard snap count. Emery just got a free 5 yards, and you'll definitely take that. 3rd and 9 looks a heck of a lot better on the scoreboard than 3rd and 14.
I think Kiesler got caught once again.
That play has been a staple for Emery for so long. The hard snap count to generate some free yardage. 3rd down and 9. Still an empty backfield. 3 to the right, 2 to the left for Emery. A 4-man rush for Judge. And they bring those 4. No one falls into coverage. Trigg is under pressure. He's able to get out of the pocket. 1st down and more. Trigg down the sideline. He's to the 30. Tripped up at the 24-yard line. Trigg Jensen making magic with his feet. 1st and 10 Emery.
Emery does a good job. They seal off the edge and allows him to maneuver down the field, and he almost broke it free for a touchdown.
Huge run. 37-yard pickup by Trigg Jensen, who has crossed the 100-yard barrier on the ground.
Campbell saved the touchdown.
1st and 10. Emery just out of the red zone. Trigg takes the handoff. He gives it to Conover. He's got room to run. Conover inside the 15. Gets it up to the 12-yard line on a nice run of 9 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes all it takes is that momentum play. 3rd down and forever. You pick up the 1st down. Now you're inside the red zone, and we haven't been down here in a while.
It's not a goal-to-go situation just yet. 2nd down and 1 for Emery. 1 minute gone by in the 4th quarter. Traxton Conover has now ran the ball 8 times. He's got 47 yards on the ground. Hand off to Conover, puts his head down. He's going to fight hard for that 1st down stick. I believe he got it. I say you give him at least 2 yards. And he's got the 1st down. Helaman Latuha on the takedown for Judge, but not before. Emery can pick up a gain of 2. Traxton with a hard-nosed run. 1st down and goal to go for Emery now from the 10. Trigg is up underneath center for the first time tonight. Handoff on the end around. Conover tries to set the edge. Stilson's going to cut back, and Bo has a gain of 5 yards up to the 5-yard line. Excellent field vision to cut that back.
Yeah, stretch it to the outside and then see that you can cut it back inside. He does, and he gets to the 5-yard line.
2nd down and goal to go. 2 minutes gone by now with the 4th quarter. A huge drive for Emery.
And Emery can take their time, chew up some clock, limit the possessions.
There's 25 on the play clock, 9:54 on the game clock. Trigg back out of the shotgun. Now it's an empty backfield as Conover goes in motion. Trigg's going to keep it himself, goes up the middle. Trigg Jensen into the end zone. Touchdown! Trigg Jensen on a 5-yard quarterback keeper, creating more space. Emery's on the board for the first time in the second half. 27-6 on the 5-yard run.
5-yard run, direct snap, just sneaks his way into the end zone, and Emery finally gets some points, and we haven't seen points since the 2nd quarter.
It has been a long time coming. Jaden Atwood will attempt the PAT. High snap, Trigg gets it down, and Jaden puts it right down Broadway. 28-6, Emery by 22 points with 9:41 to play when we return.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
The Spartans play here.
Tyson Grange, number 10, receiver.
Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
9:41 left in the game. Emery 28, Judge 6. A huge drive, really, with the legs of Trigg Jensen, who finishes it off with a 5-yard touchdown run. End-over-end kick. Lark will return it. He picked it up at the 5. He's out to the 25 and to the 30. Dives forward to the 31. And that's where Judge will set up shop. Felt like Emery had to have something on that drive. They had a 3rd and 14. They got a free 5 yards. And then it was a huge 37-yard run by Trigg Jensen.
Yeah, a mistake by Judge allows the free 5 yards, and then he just stumbles down the sideline, almost sprung it free, and then a couple plays later, they're into the end zone to make this 28-6 at the 9:35 mark of the 4th quarter.
Kind of get the feel if you could come up with a defensive stop. Should take some air out of Judge Memorial, who will not go away. Middleton, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Waist-high snap, back to pass, fires. This pass is incomplete. Flag is down in the backfield. That pass was intended for Bo Dree, and
on Emery?
Holding against Judge. Emery finally was able to create a little bit of penetration to get into that backfield.
Yeah, you're going to accept it and back him up.
I think you got to be impressed by Middleton. He has hung in there. He has taken a couple of shots. For the most part, this Judge offensive line has prevented a ton of pressure. But when it's come, Middleton has been able to embrace it, climb in the pocket, he'll take a hit. Not afraid to. Trips left side. One man in the backfield. 9.5 to play in the game for Judge. Emery leads 28-6. Middleton's going to throw. He's under pressure, and he gets away from what would have been a big sack. Now throws the ball away, gets out of the pocket, and that is great awareness. Chaz Sorensen grabbed Middleton by the jersey initially. Middleton managed to get away as he was running to the sideline. Sorensen shoves him out of bounds, but not before Middleton launched it down the sideline. Again, it's a heads-up play by Middleton. It's the second time he has had the whereabouts to get outside of the pocket and toss the ball downfield out of bounds.
And the second time, Emery's almost had him for a huge loss, but somehow he gets out of it. Good awareness, like you said, to throw the football away. 2nd down and 20 to go.
Have to get the ball to the 41. It is placed at the 21. 3 wide out set left side, actually a 4 wide out. Trips left, 1 wide out top. Middleton to throw. Rolls out right side. He's under pressure. There's a sack. Flag comes out. If it stands, Corbin Ward will come off of the edge, and he'll have his first sack of the season. If it stands, it is a hold against Judge Memorial. Emery will decline it. Corbin Ward, celebrate your first sack of your young career coming out of the defensive back spot. Big time hit in the backfield for the sack.
Yeah, Ward comes untouched, and the quarterback blinded from behind doesn't, have the awareness that Ward's right there, and he takes him to the turf for the sack.
Again, that is a heavy, heavy play from a youngster. Stepping in and making it off of the edge. It is now 3rd and 25. Handoff for Judge. They'll get minimal yardage. And the ball going just beyond the 20 up to the 23-yard line on a handoff. And so it's 4th down.
And there's the defensive stop you needed. Couple penalties, a sack, and it's 4th down and forever, and Emery going to get the football back up 28-6 here in the 4th.
Corbin Ward right now getting congratulations all over the sideline, and rightfully so. Young fella coming in off of the edge and doing something that Emery has had a difficult time with, and that's bringing Middleton down in the pocket. He actually ran him down, and Middleton has some speed. Here's another punt for Judge. No pressure from Emery. This punt will take a Judge bounce at about the 50-yard line, and it rolls to a dead stop at the Judge 45-yard line. And that's where Emery will take over with 8:12 to play in the game. Momentum well on their side, not only after the huge drive, overcoming a 3rd and 14 to eventually score, but also forcing a big punt on a couple of huge defensive plays of finally getting pressure on Middleton.
The Emery offense can take their time. They can grind this thing out. And they're 8 minutes away, 12 seconds from their first win of the season.
The ball is at Emery's own 45-yard line. 8 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in the game. Offense getting the spark from the legs of Trig Jensen on the last drive. Trig is back in out of the shotgun set. Back to pass. Conover is in the backfield. Throws it across field to Bo Stilson. It's caught. Bo to the 50. Bo with room to run. He's down the sideline. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown! Bo Stilson on a 45-yard pass from Trig Jensen. Bo did all the work on the outside, making 2 defenders miss. Turned on the Jets, and he was gone.
Patiently waits, catches the football, and then he goes up and down and weaves through all the white jerseys and streaks into the end zone untouched. And just like that, one play into the end zone, it's 34-6.
That's got to feel great for this offense, putting this game out of reach with just under 8 minutes to go. Atwood's PAT is blocked, but the damage is done. Emery holding a 28-point lead, 34-6 with 7:58 to play when we return.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint, featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a Spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 14.
Jacob Morris, number 5.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
A 55-yard touchdown pass. Trigg to Bo Stilson to make it 34-6 Emery. Atwood to kick it away. Lark grabs it at the 3-yard line. He's got some speed. He's already past the 20, now to the 25, and shoved out of bounds just outside of the 30. A 55-yard pass where Trigg really threw that ball all the way across the field. Bo comes down with it, makes one defender miss. He split two, and then he was off to the races.
Yeah, it's a tough play from that angle to make that throw. Strong arm, and he does, and your wide receiver does the rest with the speed, and Judge had no chance to catch him. And one play later into the end zone.
It's 112 receiving yards now for Bo Stilson. Trigg Jensen has 192 off of that 55-yard pass. Trigg has accounted for the bulk of the offense. He's nearly got 300 all-purpose yards in this game. First and 10 for Judge. Ball is just shy of the 30. Handoff goes to Gibbons, and he maybe picks up a yard as they finally blow his forward progress dead. They'll give him 2 yards on it, so it's second down and 8. Well, Emery has managed to strike fast here in the fourth quarter. They scored at the 9:41 mark on a 5-yard run from Trigg. And then again, they score on a 55-yard touchdown pass on a drive that started on their own side of the field, and it took no time at all to work it quickly, finding Bo. I think there's definitely some chemistry between Trigg and Bo. They've been on the same page all night long.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. Get some chemistry going. Now you found maybe that 1-2 punch offensively where you exploit the mismatches.
Well, Bo has had one heck of a game. He's got 2 receiving touchdowns. Don't forget about the big interception that really shifted momentum. Second down and 8 for Judge. Low snap. Middleton will roll out right side. He's under pressure once again. Ilajic was trailing him. Has to throw it away. Well, when he threw it to the sideline, it was caught by Lark. What a grab. Again, Middleton made that happen with his feet.
Yeah, he got his foot down. That's a heck of a catch and a better throw. And again, you say it, you move the quarterback out of the pocket with his feet, and he throws on the run and picks up some yards.
Ball now with a 40-yard line. Judge on their own side of the field. Middleton was under pressure, scrambled out, threw it to the sideline where only Lark could get it. And this time Emery awaiting the run. It goes to Bo Dree, and there was no place for him to go.
Bottled him up, knew what was coming right up the middle, not fooled at all.
Chaz Sorensen's name called yet again. He has had a huge game for Emery. If it's been getting back to Middleton or if it's been clogging up the gaps in between the tackles for Judge, Sorensen has been all over the field, and it's second down and 9. Clock is moving, 6:29 to play in the ball game. Emery 34, Judge 6. Like there was some early movement at the top. Refs say play on. Middleton is going to scramble around. He's looking and looking. He's under pressure. Yet again is able to get out of the pocket and throw the ball away. Gideon Meekum delivered the shove of the hit down to the ground, but not before Middleton threw it out of bounds. It's third down and 10.
Yeah, the pressure, Emery dials up on that one. Nowhere to go with the football, so you just got to chuck it away, and he does. He throws it into the first row.
Third down. Emery has finally pulled away. Judge would not go away.
They hung around. Had some drives, promising drives, and they stalled out, and that's credit to Emery's defense.
It's a very young team. It may be a problem.
Got to reset
in the
the
near
clock.
future. Empty backfield this time for Middleton. Emery will shift. Man coming in motion. Here's an end around. the pitch up to Foreman, and Foreman goes absolutely nowhere. Conover followed him all the way to the sideline, and that'll be a loss for Judge.
It almost looked like he was hoping a wide receiver is down the field to pitch out, and then they're going to try to throw the football down the field, but nobody broke free.
And off that loss of, looks like 4 yards, it's 4th and 14.
Well, you might as well go for it. Punting the football away. I mean, shouldn't you just go for it?
Well, they're going to put it away with 5:22 and counting to play in the game. Emery has 2 back deep to return. Here's a fake.
Well, everybody saw that coming.
And this will not go for much of a gain, although if you are Judge, you look at it as a live game rep. Maybe you run a fake punt in a game that's a tad bit closer down the road. But off of the fake punt, the Bulldogs get it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's where the play comes to a halt. Turnover on downs. Michael Gibbons off that fake punt, unable to create any space. Emery will take over on the Judge 42-yard line with 5:08 to go.
Yeah, that play right there is waving the white flag.
Well, there's 5 minutes to go. You're down 28. Again, a live game rep.
It's got to be better than that, though.
See what Emery does here over the final 5 minutes. First down and 10. Trigg hands it off, and this will go for some good yardage. Conover able to take a couple of would-be tacklers with him on a gain of 11.
Conover right up the gut, first down.
And Conover has 60 yards on 11 carries tonight. He has had an impressive outing. Love the hard-nosed run. Taking it to the right side. Emery right now with a near hash mark. Going left to right on the radio dial. First down and 10. Ball at the 31. Trigg takes the snap. Quick pass. Goes out to Morris. Morris will move it close to the 25-yard line.
Right at the 25.
So a gain of 6. It's the first reception for Jacob Morris of the game. Emery over the 200-yard mark throwing the ball. Trigg Jensen responsible for 198 receiving yards. Second down and about 5. Here's a pass out. Bounces off of the hands of Atwood, and it's incomplete.
A lot of congestion. The throw off target.
Yeah, second down and roughly 4. Or third down and 4. Emery's got to get this ball to about the 21-yard line. It's spotted at the 25. One man in the backfield. It's Ilajic. Quick pass. This one goes to Conover. He hauls it in. Plenty for the first down.
They just had no answer all night, Judge, on those quick outs.
That's a gain of 10. Garrett Conover hauls it in. He's got 29 yards receiving off of 4 grabs. First and 10, Emery from the 15. 4:21 left, handoff. Ilajic, room to run, gets all the way to the 5-yard line. Ilajic with a gain of 10. And that's enough for a first down, a goal-to-go situation. That is the longest run of the season for Ilajic, who hasn't seen a ton of opportunity out of the backfield, but he has had a few carries. And we have a timeout taken on the field. Let's keep it here with 4:14 to play. A touchdown and a successful conversion would put the mercy rule in effect for Emery. Second half has been a pretty solid effort for the Spartans, to say the least.
Yeah, they came out after the halftime break, and they looked good in the third quarter defensively, offensively. Things started to pick back up, and they're on the verge of scoring again to bust this thing even more open than it already is.
I remember seeing a quote from a professional coach who said if you go into halftime with a lead and you shut the opposing offense out in the second half, it's kind of hard to lose.
Yeah, it was not how things, late in that second quarter, how you wanted to play. The coaching staff probably wasn't happy about it, and I'm sure the kids heard about it in the locker room. They came out and they, put together what they learned at halftime with the mistakes, and they haven't made many mistakes in the second half.
Jensen is under center. Ilijic the deep back. Trigg, play action, roll out. He'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Trigg Jensen. He has had himself a night. 5-yard run for Trigg. And Atwood will come out to attempt the point after.
That one's a snap, spin out, and with the speed, nobody around him in white. The easiest touchdown that he's probably going to have all year long.
Atwood for the point after. Trigg to hold. Snap is good. The hold is good. And the point after is money. A 35-point Emery lead in the fourth quarter. We'll pause for 30 seconds, and we're back for the conclusion of this one. It is all Emery in the home opener.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
The Spartans play here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
4:08 left in regulation. Emery 41, Judge 6. It's the kick from Atwood, and this one will take a bounce into the end zone, so a touchback. And now the clock will continue to roll. Well, Trigg Jensen's first game at quarterback, and Travis, it's a 5-touchdown effort for him tonight.
Yeah, we were curious to see how offensively that they would maneuver with him at the helm, and I'd say successful.
I would agree with that. His last 2 carries have gone for touchdowns. So he's got 2 on the ground, 3 through the air. Emery with 6 touchdowns tonight. The other was A.J. Thomas completing a pass over the middle of the field to Bo Stilson, who has also had himself quite the night.
Yeah, the offense needed this in the worst way, and I think the whole team did.
Middleton, quick throw out, nobody home. Wanted to work the sideline. Past that go around was intended for Dylan Campbell. Campbell could not reach it. It farms harmlessly to the turf. 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to move with a mercy rule in play.
Yeah, just didn't get out of his break quick enough. The quarterback, wide receiver not on the same page. Ball goes to the turf, incomplete.
Gives us an opportunity to take a look at some of the second unit players for Emery. Going out on the outside now, defensive back, it is Hunter Leffler. We've called his name a few times on special teams. And there is Chaz Sorensen once again getting in the backfield. Chaz has been everywhere tonight, and he locks up Ben Beaudry right in his tracks. 3rd down and long, and we have a timeout taken on the field by the Bulldogs with 2:56 to play. So there's going to be plenty of positives, plenty of bright spots. I know coming up on the postgame wrap-up show, we'll catch up with Coach John Famalo tonight. Can't wait to get his perspective on the way this game turned out, because defensively, for a defensive-minded coach, you got to be happy with the takeaways. You got to be happy with only allowing 6 points.
Yeah, he's going to be happy with causing turnovers. We haven't seen that from the defense yet, of forcing turnovers and then offensively taking advantage of forcing those turnovers. And only allowing 6 points, you'll take that all the time. I know shutouts are nice and fun, but to only allow a touchdown, you're going to take that.
Again, it gives us a look at this very young Emery team. Cade Perkins in the game. Also in the secondary right now, Logan Lester. How about Corbin Ward? He's had himself a game tonight. The young guns getting an opportunity, which you love to see. It's always a good sign. Trey Pope also in the game, standing at the middle linebacker spot. Beaudry will take the ball around the outside. He creeps up to the 24-yard line. Forward progress, give him the 25. And out of the timeout, the Bulldogs will be faced with 4th down, and they will send the special teams unit back out to boot the ball away. So the final 2.5 minutes will be a mere formality.
That first win of the season now, 1-2, and next week should be competitive on the road at Union.
Yeah, just for reference, we never play back-to-back home games. We will alternate home and away the rest of the season. Beautiful end-over-end punt. Lester muffs the punt. It's on the ground, and Judge comes up with it at the 50, so Emery has their first turnover of the evening. And it comes with the second unit out on the field. Logan Lester tried to retrieve that ball, and it just took a weird bounce right off his shoulder. And a muff. Ball goes back to Judge. Minute 45 left of the game. Clock will move.
Yeah, looking up, he was thinking, I've got to run before I catch the football, and that's what he did. Started to move before he had it clean, and it goes off the shoulder pads to the turf.
1st and 10 at the 50. Middleton is all by his lonesome. Empty backfield. 5 wide out set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Minute 20 on the clock. Middleton to throw. Tries to sneak up in the pocket, delivers a nice toss across the middle of the field. But excellent coverage by Cade Perkins. He delivers the pop. Pass intended for Eric Mickelson. It's incomplete.
That throw low to the turf.
It's great to see Mickelson back out there on the field for the Bulldogs. Second down and 10 for Judge. 46 seconds left to play in the game. Bulldogs ball at the 50-yard line. Middleton will go empty backfield 5 wide yet again. Snap, 2-step drop, fires quickly, pass complete. Mickelson gets it onto Emery's side of the field. He's stopped at the 43-yard line shy of the first down sticks. And Judge is going to have to hurry this up if they want to get another couple of plays. About 3 yards shy of the first down marker, 3rd down up and coming. It'll be 3rd and 3. Ball placed at the 43-yard line. Got to get to the 40 for a first down. Beaudry is in the backfield, lines up left side. Middleton calls for the snap. Now he's flushed. Running out of the pocket, fires to Lark, and it's incomplete. 4th down for Judge, and that will do it. Final play of the ball game, and Emery is in the win column. May have taken a couple of weeks longer than what we've become accustomed to, but this new group showing some poise, Travis. They came out on fire to open up the home slate, and they closed out in style for the 35-point win.
Yeah, they played really well tonight to get that first win. Defensively, they come up with some stops, and offensively, they take advantage of those turnovers, and they put up 41 points, and they win 41-6.
Got to be happy with it if you're Coach Famalo. I know we plan to meet up with him here on the post-game wrap-up show. Emery goes to 1-2 on the season. Judge Memorial falls to 0-4. Coming up, post-game wrap-up show brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. You can stop in at any of the branches and get your Emery High School Spirit Card. You want to take your Spartan pride with you? All you got to do is go into any of the branches, tell them you want an Emery High School Visa debit card. In about 5 minutes, you'll be able to take that Spartan logo with you wherever you go. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union bringing you the post-game wrap-up show when we return. Final score in the home opener, Emery 41, Judge Memorial 6.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
The Spartans play here.
This is Jaden Atwood, number 15. Miles Warrenson, number 52.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back into the post-game wrap-up show tonight. Emery picks up their first victory of the season, moving to 1-2 with a 41-6. I don't want to call it an easy win, but at the end of the day, I mean, it was a cruise control win, 41-6 over the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. Welcome into the post-game wrap-up show. It's brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, where, again, you can stop in at any branch location and get your Emery High School Spirit Card. You turn that Visa debit card into an Emery logo immediately. Stop in, get those Spirit Cards today. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union bringing you the post-game wrap-up show. And Travis, you love to see it. Emery needed to get that goose egg off of the record. They did it in front of the hometown crowd tonight.
Yeah, they needed to get a win, and they came out tonight, and they dominated Judge 41-6. Defensively, they forced a couple turnovers. Offensively, they marched the ball down the field, and then when they got inside the red zone, they paid it off with touchdowns.
Well, let's take a look at some of the final statistics. In his first game as a starter, Trig Jensen tonight completes 18 of 27 passes, no interceptions, 208 yards, and 3 touchdown passes. That is only through the air. If we go to the ground attack, He adds another 2 touchdowns and 114 yards, giving him tonight 322 all-purpose yards in this victory.
Yeah, very efficient at the quarterback spot. Picked his spots, did a good job moving the football up and down the field. When he had to use his legs, he did. So he did a good job tonight in his first start.
So again, 18 of 27, 208 yards, 3 scores through the air. A.J. Thomas, who started at quarterback over the last 2 games, we only saw A.J. at quarterback for 1 play. That's all he needed. 1 pass, 1 touchdown, 11 yards. He finds Bo Stilson across the center of the field. And so Emery as a team, they throw for 219 yards. But again, the all-purpose yards from Trig Jensen is something you're going to look at as he crosses the 300-yard barrier and has 5 touchdowns in his first game as a starter.
Yeah, first game as a starter, not bad. 5 touchdowns. Again, Emery did a good job offensively. They just moved the football. They found their spots. They used the speed to the outside. They, picked on, certain spots on the field where they had the mismatch, and it worked to their advantage, and they scored a bunch of points tonight.
And if you were wondering who Trig's favorite weapon would be through the air, turns out it's Bo Stilson. After missing the game against Beaver, Bo comes back in a major way. He hauls in 7 catches for 112 yards. He has 2 touchdowns, including a 55-yard strike that kind of put the icing on the cake. Again, 7 catches, 112 yards, 2 touchdowns for Bo Stilson.
Yeah, Bo Stilson's going to be an important piece of this offense moving forward. Missed him last week against Beaver. You got him back tonight, and it helped to have him back tonight, and you had that 1-2 punch.
There were definitely some weapons out there for Trig Jensen through the air. He did complete a pass to A.J. Thomas, who lined up in the slot when he was available tonight for Emery, 1 catch for 12 yards. But how about Logan Lester getting more involved as the days go by? We've called Logan's name a couple of times. He's one of 4 backs now in the backfield for Emery as they've kind of expanded that stable. Tonight, he has 3 catches for 40 yards. He also had a 9-yard touchdown pass. I'm a fan of Logan. He's only a sophomore, but you can see he's got some get up in the backfield, and he's going to be an important weapon for Emery moving forward.
Yeah, for Logan, he's starting to establish himself as that main piece. So, again, we're going to see interchangeable parts as we move forward until they figure out who they want to rely a heavy load on. But so far, Logan seems like the guy.
Garrett Conover has been that safety valve for whoever has been at quarterback. If it's A.J. Thomas or if it's Trig Jensen, tonight he hauls in 4 catches for 29 yards. How about 2 grabs for 27 yards and a touchdown for Cray Leroy? Cray had his first touchdown catch of 19 yards to get this game off and rolling earlier on. He was also a very viable option.
You've got to have multiple kids get the football. You're going to have to spread the football around for this offense to be successful. Tonight they did that. They spread the football around, and it paid off.
Again, a different look for Emery offensively after the first 2 losses, kind of shifting things a bit. The Spartans added the stable of running backs out of the backfield, but still, Traxton Conover, who has started in both games so far this season, he gets the bulk of the carries, 11 carries for 60 yards. Not a bad performance by Traxton at all. He had some hard runs, hard-nosed runs where he really had to pull through and drag a couple of would-be tacklers with him.
Yeah, Trax's a handful to bring down, and that's the ability for Emery to pound the football with Trax. And defensively, guys having problems tackling him.
Other guys out of the backfield tonight, we got to see Jaden Atwood. He had a carry. Michael Ilajic had his largest carry of the year as he goes off for 10 yards. We got to see Bo Stilson once, and again, Logan Lester. And so Coach Famalo and Coach Justice kind of expanding the weapons for Emery out of the backfield tonight. There is a lot of explosiveness, and we got to see that firsthand.
Yeah, we saw the changes coming. The first 2 weeks just wasn't up to par, wasn't good enough. You go through the practice, as a coaching staff, you say, all right, we've got to fix the issues. We've got to change things up offensively. They do. They mix it up. 41-6 win.
Final score again here on the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game wrap-up show. 41-6, Emery gets their first victory of the year. They move to 1-2. Judge drops to 0-4. We do have more coming up. Coach John Famalo will come up to the booth. We'll talk about tonight's win, and we'll set the stage for next week as Emery will alternate home-away the rest of the season. Next week, a daunting challenge against the Union Cougars. We'll also take a look at scores from around the state. Final score in this one, Emery 41-6. More coming up on the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game wrap-up show.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing services to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
We're not going out on a limb when we say,
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen. Fantastic food, fun atmosphere. Known for their made-from-scratch pizzas, Juniper has the very best pastas, burgers, salads, wraps, hoagies, paninis, appetizers, loaded sodas, desserts, vegan and vegetarian options. Dine in for lunch or dinner, Tuesday through Friday, 11 till 8. Saturdays, noon till 8. Order online at juniperkitchenutah.com with DoorDash delivery. Stop beating around the bush for a great meal.
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen and Price.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 14.
Jacob Morris, number 5.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back into the postgame wrap-up show. Again, Emery celebrating their first victory of the season as they top the Judge Memorial Bulldogs 41-6. Joining us in the broadcast booth right now, we have head coach John Famalo. And, Coach, first off, congratulations on the win, and thanks for sitting down with us. I appreciate it.
Hey, not a problem. Yeah, it feels good to get on the win side, and, winning cured a lot of things and kind of swings the momentum. And so that's what we're kind of hoping, and we can kind of build off of that. But it's nice to get a win.
I know that it wasn't easy. I mean, you come out 3 for 3 offensively to start this game, score on the first 3 drives, 11:29 to play in the second quarter. It's 21-0. But I'm going to go back to something you said when we talked on Wednesday. They got a lot of athletes, and we kind of saw that. All of a sudden, it's 21-6. They have the ball. They're driving at the end of the first half. They were pesky. They would not go away.
Yeah, I know their front was pretty physical. And the quarterback, he did a pretty good job of scrambling. Their backs ran well, so. They moved our front that second and third quarters. That was kind of the difference, and that's kind of explained going into half is, if we're going to move our fronts on both sides, it's going to be tough. And, they did a really good job that way. But luckily we buckled down and were able to get the stop and the turnover, and so that was nice. That's what I was expecting. It's just a team that has some guys that they aren't going to give up. And, Coach Kafusi did a great job of getting those kids prepared, and, they did a good job.
You talk about getting the turnover. I know anytime you create a couple of takeaways, obviously the chance of winning it goes up drastically, and that's been hard to come by against two teams that really take care of the ball. I know that Kanab and Beaver, they don't create a lot of opportunities for takeaways, right? And so to win that battle tonight 2-1, and they were two really crucial turnovers with Judge finding some momentum with the football. If it was the strip sack or if it was Bo's interception, those were two big takeaways.
Yeah, the ones we needed at critical times. Like I say, I think it was 14-6. They were driving 21-6.
21-6.
Yeah, 21-6, and they were about to score again. And luckily we got the ball out and got a turnover. And so win the turnover battle. Like I say, that's always our goal going in. And we haven't had that chance the last 2 weeks. Haven't won that, and so. It's nice to be able to be on the positive side of that for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you could come up with a more crucial turnover because it's 21-6. They're close to the red zone, and there's only like 2 minutes to go in the first half. They get the ball to start the second half. It's an opportunity for them to double dip.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what he's looking at. And so, again, kids buckled down, made the plays they needed to, and, fortunate enough to get out of that situation. And I think we got them out to punt. Finally, that third quarter, but they were driving again. They carried a lot of that momentum into that second half, and we kind of buckled down a little bit again, and we were able to get the ball to, switch fields, punt it, and get the ball back.
I know it was difficult to create some penetration defensively early on in the game, but it started to come to fruition a little bit later, and the name that we kept calling time and time again was Chas Sorensen tonight. He had a great game.
Yeah, no, he's a big physical kid. He's one of those kids you look out on the sideline, and he looks like a football player. He's a big physical kid, and he did a great job getting off his blocks and, causing a lot of havoc back there. And so, we're glad to see him kind of realize the potential and to kind of meet those expectations of what he looks like, because he could really be a beast out there and a handful for a lot of teams.
I think Judge's quarterback, Middleton, he's got a high IQ. He was able to get outside of the pocket, get the ball downfield when pressure was coming. But there was one play in particular, Coach, that we had to make note of, and that was Corbin Ward coming around the outside and getting a sack. Big congratulations, I know, on the sideline. It was a huge play.
Yeah, it was big. In fact, we called it the Cobra from the outside, and so my coach is like, hey, what's going on? I said, hey, he's going to get a sack right here. And sure enough, he did. He came off that edge and used his speed and caught the kid, and it was a big play for us.
So when you look at the overall defensive performance tonight, and there's context, I know, to everything, but was this the best complete defensive performance of the season?
Yeah, I felt so. I mean, the one we gave up, that was my fault. Again, we had a corner blitz again. And
Jacob was close.
Yeah, again, he was close to kind of get caught inside, but then we had my safety was man-to-man rather than playing deep, and that kid got behind us, and so I'll take the blame for that. But overall, I thought defensively we played a pretty good job. We held when we needed to. I'd like us to be a lot more stiffer, but at the end of the day, it's to give up 6 points against a team like that, as physical as they are up front. That was I was happy about that.
Let's move over to the offensive side of the ball. Trig Jensen gets his first start at quarterback at the varsity level. He did not disappoint. Over 300 all-purpose yards. Effective on the ground, effective through the air. Again, the first 3 drives, it was just smooth. Really, really smooth. And we even got to see AJ step in, and I guess that is going to be the big benefit of having 2 kids that can play the quarterback spot. Trig goes down on what was an outstanding grab by Logan Lester. I don't know how he came down with that one-handed grab, but then Trig has to leave the game. AJ steps in, and boom, it's a touchdown right across the middle of the field.
It's nice to have 2 kids that have experience and to be able to do that. I thought Trig started off really well, and like I I say to see AJ step up in there and throw that touchdown pass, I was happy to see that for him. I say we're changing some things, but at the same time, I've got kids that I need on the field, wherever they're at, whether the quarterback position, wide receiver position, wherever it might be. Our kids are responding to that and doing well in each position they're asked to play, and so that's the big thing. That's not always an easy transition for kids, and coaches have to make that call. That's not easy to do, but at the same time, our kids step up and they did what they needed to, and I was proud of each one of them today.
It's been a long time since we've had a quarterback that is a dual threat in a sense where if he gets outside the numbers, I mean, it can be a big play capability. It's been a little while, and I was trying to think about this today. Maybe Riker was the last one. I mean, it's been a long time.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's one of those we really haven't had. I mean, I think Riker had some pretty good legs, but other than that, we've had some kids that just get the ball out of their hands and throw the ball well. But to have a kid that can run, that's as a defensive coach, that's the worst thing to defend is a running quarterback, because you don't account for that guy running, and so you end up with an extra blocker, whether it's a two-back or something, that just makes it difficult to defend. And so to have him have that, the foot speed and the wherewithal to be able to make the plays he has, I think it's gonna bode well for us.
How fun is that to prep for a defense when you got a kid that, again, we had him for 114 yards on the ground, 208 yards through the air. I mean, how fun is it to actually put together a style of offense where I guess it just opens things up a little bit more?
It does. That's the key, and I think that's what's the benefit of having a kid that's a dual threat. That's one more defender or one more guy that they got. The defense has to be aware of when he's running the ball, when he gets outside the pocket. So you can drop back in coverage, and then you're going to get burned if you bring the pressure, and he gets outside of that pressure. It really can gash some teams, and so it's nice to be able to have that threat and to do some designed runs for him. That I think it's going to be big for us.
Let's talk about the rushing attack, because now the stable of running backs just continues to grow, and you got a lot of capable kids. I mean, we got to see Traxton again. I know he gets the bulk of the carries tonight. We had him down for 11 carries. Jaden gets some run. Illijic has a nice run down there. We get to see Logan Lester as well. And so you got a stable of about 4 kids, and I think they all complement each other pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, they do. I mean, Jaden's a kid that moving from wide receiver to two-back, that's not an easy transition, and so I think he's just going to get better with the more touches he gets, and so I look forward to see what he can do. Traxton's been a pretty good, a pounder. I mean, once he gets going, he's pretty tough kid, and so and then Logan Lester and Illijic, they're again kids that, like you say, they all complement each other. They're really good at one thing, but they each can do their own thing, and so it's nice to be able to have those options.
You mentioned the size of Judge, specifically up front, and Traxton had success in between the tackles. And I know you take a look at the stats. It's 11 carries for 60-some-odd yards, whatever he had tonight. But getting the tough yards in between the tackles, that's been difficult over the first 3 games of the season. And I know, again, context matters, but that was a big front and found success in between the tackles.
No, that's one thing we've got to be able to do. And so, again, against a physical team like that, that was nice to be able to see us be able to move some guys and move the ball, especially, like you say, between the tackles, and get some positive yards, because we haven't had a ton of success. I mean, I believe probably averaging probably less than 3 yards per carry, and that's just not going to cut it. And, we played some good teams, and so, but I mean, as big a front as that was, I don't know. Like you say, it's different, but it was nice to be able to see us move the ball as well as we did.
Got to go up against a pretty powerful 4-man front. I mean, I was impressed by how often they could rush 4 and get home.
Yeah, no, they do a good job. I mean, Coach Kafusi is a former defensive lineman, so he does a good job coaching those kids up. And so, that's what I expected, that they're going to be physical. And I try to tell my kids, don't overlook them, because if you give them an opportunity, they're going to take advantage. They got a little bit of momentum going their way, and luckily we were able to shut it down.
I know early on in the season, penalties are always going to be a factor. You try to clean things up. There were times where it was really good, and there were times it did get a little bit sloppy, but it does seem like they're working out the kinks. The kids are figuring it out.
Yeah, I think so. I could say, you can live with a few holding penalties. We had a couple false starts, which is not good, but the holding penalties, I think our kids are being aggressive, so you got to, you can't put a whole lot of fault on that. But overall, I thought, there was points where we looked really good, and there's always stuff to clean up. I mean, we'll just look at film and see what we can do to get better.
We did see a number of kids make their return. Did not have Logan Huntington last week. Big Logan returns today. That's a difference maker, isn't it?
Yeah, as I say, I mean, not having him last week, he's a big physical kid that can move some people, and so it was nice to be able to have him and his leadership. He's a kid that can really get the kids going, so it's nice to have him back. And we didn't have Bo last week, and so it's nice to see him back in action. And and so yeah, we're just happy to have a lot of these kids back that we were missing.
And Giddy didn't miss a game. I know he's got that emotional draw to him out there on the field. He plays with a lot of energy. You can tell that's infectious.
Yeah, no, it is. And that's what the kids, I think they enjoy that, and I think that's the type of leadership we need, is to trying to get these kids to be excited to play football. I mean, there's no better sport than this, and so it's nice to see kids excited to play and to make some plays.
It's nice to be at home.
Oh my gosh, you're not a kid. You're not a kid.
It's been a long time, it seems like.
Yeah, it seems like forever, for sure.
I know that next week it's going to be a tough matchup with Union. That's a good football team. And they put it on Judge. I know at the beginning of the season, kind of a similar score. I think it was 49-0. We get 41-6. But it seems like every time we get together with Union, it does not matter if it's basketball, football, baseball, it doesn't matter. It comes down to the wire. I mean, it's a fun game.
It is. They seem like they always do a good job. We always have really good battles, and so that's what I'm looking forward to. And, having a game opponent that wants to bring it and see what we can do. That's all I expect. So I'm hoping we can get ourselves prepared and handle that next step.
Yeah, it's a little bit I don't know if we've ever had a schedule. We alternate home away the rest of the year.
Yeah, no, it was a bad start with a bye too. That hurt, but being on the road for 2 games and a bye, just like you say, it's been forever since we've been home, and now we're going to alternate, and so we'll get a few home games, but we're on the road more than we're home, so we're going to have to figure out how we can earn us a home playoff game so we get one more game at home, hopefully.
Coach, I appreciate you taking out the time. Congratulations on the win, and I'm sure we'll catch up again real soon.
Hey, appreciate you, Jordan. You're awesome.
It's Coach John Famalo taking out the time to join us. Final score again, 41-6, Emery with a win. We'll pause for just a moment, come back, and put the final touches on tonight's broadcast after this.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main and Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a 4-legged word.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing services to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
We're not going out on a limb when we say,
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen. Fantastic food, fun atmosphere. Known for their made-from-scratch pizzas, Juniper has the very best pastas, burgers, salads, wraps, hoagies, paninis, appetizers, loaded sodas, desserts, vegan and vegetarian options. Dine in for lunch or dinner, Tuesday through Friday, 11 till 8. Saturdays, noon till 8. Order online at juniperkitchenutah.com with DoorDash delivery. Stop beating around the bush for a great meal.
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen and Price.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist, and here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
You're looking for somewhere you could be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
The Spartans play here.
Hudson Grange, number 10, receiver.
Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Final thoughts here on the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame wrap-up show. Again, Emery gets the win 41-6. Jordan Buscarini alongside Travis Anderson. Travis, nice to get back in the win column.
It feels good to be at home. It feels good to be back in the win column, and a great performance tonight offensively, defensively, special teams. So as a whole unit, did a good job getting the 41-6 victory.
Let's take a look at some of the final scores. This one a little bit of a surprise. Duchesne gets the best of Beaver, 24-23. Here's what is so wild about that. Remember, this is the same Beaver team that beat San Juan. Now they lose to Duchesne. And I think that everything is context right at the beginning of the year. It's context, context, context. I use that word all the time. But I think that shows maybe a little bit more parity in this two-way classification than what we've been accustomed to.
I don't think that there's a clear-cut favorite at the two-way level. I think
it's San Juan. I think they are the clear-cut, but I think that
But I don't think the gap is that big as once before.
We'll find out, because that's a team that we're going to see in Blanding in just a few weeks. I believe it's the first week of October, if I'm not mistaken. That final earlier today. Other finals from around the state. South Sevier defeats Providence Hall 54-0. Kanab gets the best of Millard 48-14 tonight. Milford blanks Gunnison 21-0. Manti blows the doors off of Juab 52-19. Canyon View gets the best of Carbon 42-6. Enterprise shuts out North Sevier 36-0, and Richfield defeats North Sanpete 28-14. So there's some finals from around the state.
Yeah, so again, the Duchesne, congrats to them, knocking off Beaver. And that's a team last week that Emery hung around with, had the lead, and that place was silent. And then you just have one little miscue on that kickoff, and Beaver took advantage, and they didn't look back. And that's the difference in the game, was that return touchdown.
It changed the complexity of that game, the whole complexion of that game. It really did. Final score of this one tonight, 41-6. Emery gets a win over Judge Memorial. They go to 1-2 on the season. Next week, you and I are going to be on the road. We got to go all the way to Roosevelt. We'll take on the Union Cougars. Remember the last time these two teams played, it came down to the wire. It was a 2-point conversion, right, towards the end of the game that really altered it. I can't wait for Friday. I know it's always fun to go there. The last time we were in Roosevelt, it was rainy, and Emery came away with a victory, but we'll see if we can make it another one over Union next week.
I think that's going to be a back-and-forth game, competitive game. I think both teams are evenly matched.
Final score in this one tonight, Emery gets the win 41-6 over Judge Memorial. For Travis Anderson, I'm Jordan Buscarini. As always, go Spartans.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 14. Jacob Morris, number 5.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.